Well, welcome everybody to what should be a classic matchup here on Cable 15. It's an important football game, the final regular season game of the year, as the Newport Greyhounds are on the road to take on the Batesville Pioneers. It's more than just Newport and Batesville. Batesville's winning streak is at 1 after breaking Newport's 23-game winning streak last year at Newport, but this is for a playoff spot. The winner is in. The loser, through some strange circumstances, still might get in, depending on how Nettleton fares tonight against Marion. But the only guarantee is to win the football game to make sure that you are in. It is senior night here at Batesville, the final regular season home game for the Pioneers. And the Newport seniors you see, along with the Batesville seniors, coming out while we have had the national anthem and now the playing of the alma maters in both Batesville and Newport High School. I'm Bud Black, David Black, and Randy Klepetchka alongside. The weather forecast was for 1,000,000% chance of rain, and we've had some light rain and a few little moderate scattered showers, but nothing serious. And right now, as we get ready to start this football game, if it stays like this, it really will not be a factor. The field's in great shape. There's no water anywhere. It has rained maybe 1/100th of an inch is all. So that is not going to be a major factor. The Newport Greyhounds are playing a Batesville football team that is a solid defensive team that held Osceola to a scoreless tie in the first half up here last week, while Newport played its best football of the game, game of the season against Greene County Tech, winning big and rolling up 48 points in that contest. Premier Video and Premier Tan's one of our great football sponsors, and they welcome you to the telecast on this Saturday morning, or if you're watching on election night, Tuesday night. Premier Video, of course, has all types of gift ideas for the holidays. As you see that Batesville won the toss and will receive holiday gift baskets, movie rentals, tanning certificates. See Sharon and all the crew at Premier Video and Premier Tans. They are your entertainment headquarters in Jackson County. And White River Ambulance and Paramedic, 523-3908. As the Hounds come onto the field across the way, Dwayne Kirker and crew accepting most all major insurance policies and government-funded policies, Medicare and Medicaid. 523-3908, 24 hours a day. Dwayne Kirker and crew at White River Ambulance and Paramedic. We are going to have a standing room only crowd. The Newport side is filled. The Batesville side is filled. And I am shocked, folks, because of the weather forecast being a 60 to 80% chance of rain, that we have this many people here. But it's going to be a great night for football. Hope the rain holds off for a couple of 3 hours, and we'll be in good shape. With the call of tonight's most important 4A East high school football game featuring two great rivals, Newport and Batesville, with his tag team partner hoping to body slam the Pioneers. Here's the football voice of the Newport Greyhounds, David Black.
Thank you very much, Bud, and it's exciting anytime these two teams get together. As you see the Newport Greyhounds coming onto the field. Randy, talk a little bit about this Pioneer football team and how they fared this year.
Okay, David, again, another good Batesville football team. They're 3-3 in the conference, 6-3 overall. Started out against Mountain Home, won 41-21. Went to Morrilton, had a tough 1-point win at Morrilton, 30-29. Went to Searcy, I guess the week after we played Searcy, and beat them 21-14. Started conference play, a tough 3-point loss to win. Beat Paragould by 14, beat Marion by 31. Then went to Nettleton, and the game that really threw this playoff situation into turmoil was that game right there. They went to Nettleton and lost 20-10. You know, if Batesville would have beat Nettleton, we'd be in the playoffs right now. Went to Greene County Tech, won 20-8, and last week played Osceola, good game, lost 27-14.
Well, the bottom line in this ball game is that the Pioneers have to win to go to the playoffs, and the Greyhounds don't. The Greyhounds could lose the football game provided that Nettleton wins by 2 or less or loses, and then the Hounds would be in. So really the pressure is on, either one of these teams, because the winner is definitely in.
Yeah, there's never been this much at stake since I've lived at Newport since '88. I mean, basically the streak's been about the only thing at stake. But this year the playoff berth is on the line, and that just makes it that much more important.
Yeah, Bud, Newport and Batesville playing for a, possible loser not go. It doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, and if Newport wins, David, not only are they in the playoffs and move up a notch, they go as the number 3 seed, which should technically give you a little better seed. You'll have to be on the road, but the number 3 seed will play at Arkadelphia next Friday night. The number 4 seed goes to Hope.
The Batesville Pioneers won the toss and elected to receive, and we were talking about it, Bud, Randy and I. Hey, that's not all that bad. We get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, you know, it's something I harp on almost every week. You like to get that ball to start the third quarter. Of course, Batesville goes and scores here. We don't like that, but you hate it when another team gets the ball at the end of the second quarter, and then you know they're going to get it again to start the third quarter, and that's happened this year.
Linnell Ellis will be wearing number 9 tonight, as he will tee up the football to start this football game. Talking with the radio crew prior to the game, they saying we saw number 9 in warm-ups. Who is number 9?
Well, so Linnell has changed numbers, and we expect a defensive football game. Batesville plays tough, scrappy defense. They hit hard. Their offense, which rolled in the first half of the year, has suffered some in the second half. Logan Treadway's been banged up quite a bit, but they said this week in practice he looked as healthy as he had since the first month of the season.
Yeah, I watched him in warm-ups. He is struggling with the ankle. We are underway, and this kick is going to be short and fielded about the 18 and then fumbled right there. Ball is loose, but finally recovered by the Pioneers inside the 20-yard line. Big break for the Hounds on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, good. You know, those high kicks where the guys worried about somebody hitting him. Michael Snodgrass was right down there, and no kickoff return there, starting at the 19.
First down and 10 for the Pioneers. It's a beautiful night, really, for football. We've had a little drizzle here as we were here for the pregame, but not near the rain showers we thought we were going to have. Obviously, it's early in the contest, and let's see what the Pioneer offense can do on the first trip out. First down at 10, and they go to the wide set with 2 split receivers.
Different defensive people, different places.
Long count, stretch play. Richard Greer lining up at defensive tackle, and he makes that play. Boy, what a play by Richard that time. Richard Greer getting the start at defensive left tackle. Vernon Rucker has moved over to the nose guard.
Yeah, Richard's a guy that can play about anywhere, and he said he was in the backfield. Thought he was going to knock him for a loss there, but enough to disrupt him. Then Michael Snodgrass was also around there.
Yeah, 10 and 7 will be your linebackers. That's Calvin Wren and Stacy Moore. Michael Snodgrass also getting the start for the Hounds. And 1 split receiver left. High back, Buki Greer after a short gain over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. I didn't see 10 in the ball game, but saw 11.
Dave, Richard Greer is one of those kind of guys you expect to step up big time in a game like this. He's a senior. He doesn't want this to be his last game, and he's been in on both plays so far.
Yeah, Lamar Esslinger in at a safety for the Hounds. Spearman is number 15. E.J. Giles, 16. Nick Doyle, a defensive end on the right side. Vincent Grady, 77. And Jerry Brown will be the free safety. Double wide receivers to the left side. Toss sweep right. Played well by Spearman. Look at Cook. A loss on the play. Batesville trying to run the toss sweep and played very, very well by Roderick.
Couldn't play it any better than that. 2 or 3 guys around the play, and the Greyhounds look pretty good defensively so far, and nice to see them stop that run game.
Yeah, if the Hounds can field this punt, Bud, they should have pretty good field position.
Major defensive changes with Rucker at nose man. He's normally a defensive tackle. Buki has moved down to defensive tackle from linebacker. Snodgrass in the game starting at linebacker. Major defensive changes.
Yeah, the Hounds will force a punt. Jerry Brown will stand at midfield, and this punt is high. Get out of the way, Greyhounds. Hounds are going to get tremendous field position at the 50-yard line.
32-yard punt. Good job just staying away from that. We cannot have any mistakes like that tonight, but great field position. If we can punch it in here, momentum's on our side.
9:53 to play in the first quarter. We're in the press box that we normally cannot see the clock. We'll have to make some special adjustments to see the clock.
Yeah, we'll have to stand up and look around the corner is what we have to do. All right, let's go, Greyhounds. The Batesville defense has been stingy throughout the year.
Yeah, they held Osceola Seminoles to 0 last week in the first half. Let's see if the Hound offense can move the football. Split back formation for the Greyhounds. Ronnie Delcase is your Newport Greyhound quarterback. This is Linnell Ellis into the secondary run over, folks, at the 38 down to the 37-yard line. That's enough for a Newport Greyhound first down.
Yeah, again, we always talk about getting that inside established. Great running play right there. If you can run inside, that opens so much else up. A gain of about 12 or 13 by Linnell.
Bo Moss, Tyrone Watkins with good block on the left side. Bo Braun is your starting offensive center. Right guard is Robert Turner. Josh Austin, one of the captains tonight, at the right tackle. Nick Doyle is your Greyhound tight end. Greer and Linnell Ellis are your running backs. And this is Linnell Straight ahead for a short gain this time as he crosses the 35-yard line, and they'll back him up to the 35. A pickup of a couple.
Yeah, not bad. Almost 3 on the play there. And again, pretty good blocking inside there. And you'll be surprised to see us go outside right here, run Jerry Brown on tall sweep or something. But the inside's working.
9:03 remaining here in the first quarter, just underway. The Hounds' first offensive possession. No, it's Greer and Ellis. Lamar will split wide left out of your screen. Trap play. Greer still on his feet, fighting for yardage.
He's still fighting.
Buki still fighting at the 28 to the 27-yard line. Is Buki Greer? He's close to another Newport Greyhound first down.
He's got a first down. Looks like a gain of at least 8 on the play. Just kept twisting and turning. Second, third, and fourth effort. First down, Greyhounds.
That's 2 first downs. It's more than Batesville gave up all last week.
It's a little different look on the belly series here, and I don't want to get technical and try to explain it, but the Hounds they're handing it off, running that play up inside a little different than they have all year. A couple of new twists.
8:28. Esslinger. Option play left, Delcase for a short gain to about the 22-yard line. Coach Tim Branham and Richie Mathis with the offensive game plan. A pickup of 3, second down and 7.
Yeah, 3 or 4 on the play right there. There was no option to it. Ronnie was going to keep the football, nobody back there, but a pretty good gain of about 3 or 4.
And we'll take that every time on first down. Spearman in with the play, EJ in at the blocking back. Nick Doyle remains your Greyhound tight end. 7:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Second down and 7 from about the 22. Linnell Ellis fighting for yardage. Crosses the 17 and marked there at the 17-yard line. Going to bring up third down in about, a long 1 or short 2, Randy.
Yeah, gain of about 6 on the play, and maybe our favorite play, the quarterback sneak right here.
Greyhounds moving the ball very, very effectively. Hey, Bob Bradley called us and said, remind everybody that Taylor Chrysler, we still have 0% and 0.9% financing on many units. Still got that interest-free loan available at Chrysler. There it is.
Delcase will get the first down behind the charge of Tyrone Watkins, Bo Braun, and Robert Turner. What a job Richie Mathis and Timmy Branham have done with this offensive line this year, Randy.
No doubt about it. It's really come together and become the strength of this football team, really. And, we've run inside every play right here and got about 35 yards, so it's working well.
Yeah, the scat back speed man, Jerry Brown, has not been in the football game. First down and 10 from the 14 for the Hounds. Tight end left. Spearman out of your screen right. Nothing this time, maybe a half a yard. Here's Bo Ellis. We'll give him 1.
Yeah, not much there. We've run that play quite a bit, and they're kind of adjusting to it. Gain of about 1 on the play by Bo.
Second down and 9 with 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. We have no score.
And if you make them change their defense and play tougher and move people down inside, then it opens up the option of the wide stuff.
Delcase on second down and 9. The Hounds have been on the ground on the drive that started at the 50. Ellis still on his feet, fighting for yards inside the 10 to the 9 to the 8-yard line goes Bo Ellis.
Now Ellis carrying the ball.
And it's going to bring up another third down in about a long 3, a short 4.
Yeah, another good surge by the right side of that offensive line. Give him at least 5 on the play, and a good job there, and brings up third down and short.
Joseph McNeil with the ball, the dry ball, into the huddle. You saw him running off with his blue pants. He and Ben Black, the ball boys once again. Third down and a long 3 or short 4 from the 8. Bo Ellis for 1, maybe 2. And it'll bring up fourth down in decision time for Coach Tim Branham. It's going to be fourth down and 2 as we see it marked. Yeah, long 2.
Yeah, I thought he got a little better surge than that. This fish on the left side here kind of looked like he was going to mark a little further up, but the other ones didn't.
Big play in the football game with 5:10 to play here in the first quarter. Will the Hounds run an offsides play? They do. Thought Batesville jumped. They did not. The Hounds will call timeout and talk about it on fourth down and short.
Did get the right defensive tackle there in to move, but he didn't quite move enough. Timeout Greyhounds, and we'll poke it in there and get this first down.
We continue to set record enrollment figures at ASU Newport, and we want to thank everybody, all our great students, whether you're taking 1 or 2 classes or full-time students. Would remind you non-traditional students, that means old folks like me, you can come out and take college courses. It's not just for 18-year-olds, and ASU Newport is a great place to start. If you happen to be one of those 17 or 18-year-olds that's going to graduate high school this spring, please consider ASU Newport out on Victory Boulevard. It's a great place to start. ASU Newport. Investment strategies with James Morehart. See it on a regular basis on Cable 15. We get together and talk about ways to invest. Capital appreciation, blue chip, mainstay funds, small cap growth, all available from James Morehart, New York Life, there on McLean Street in Newport.
Okay, the ball's resting about the, call it the 6-yard line. 4th down and 2. Vernon Rucker in the football game. This is Ellis. Ellis straight ahead. 1st down Greyhounds near the goal line. Touchdown Greyhounds. Ellis will go 6-yard. Bo Ellis, great call by Tim Branham.
Excellent call, and again, the offensive line, you just got to give them all the credit. Bo had plenty of room to run there, just twisted a little bit and got that touchdown. 4:58 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 Greyhounds. Linnell will try to make it 7-0 with a hold of Cook Spearman and the snap of Nick Doyle.
But the Hounds drive it 50 yards, had a couple of 3rd down conversions and 1 4th down right there.
Yeah, basically ran the same play, or 2 plays, the whole drive. I think Ronnie kept it once. Rest of the time it's just full back on the belly series. Every point is important. Hounds have the early lead on the road here, and the extra point attempt coming.
Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick looks true. It is, and the Hounds lead it by the score of 7-0.
Merchants and Planters Bank hopes you enjoy Greyhound football. It's just one of the ways that Merchants and Planters Bank stays involved in the community and community events by supporting the Greyhounds on radio and television broadcasts, so you fans can enjoy the replays and the kids can see them on Saturday morning and Tuesday night. Merchants and Planters Bank is still a local bank making local decisions with all the services you'd want and expect from a bank. They are pleased to be a part of Newport, Arkansas, and plan on being there for a long time. Merchants and Planters Bank serving you from several locations and also in Independence and Woodruff County. Now, if you come to Harris Hospital expecting the usual hospital waiting game at the emergency room, you'll learn that we don't play around because we have our new ER Plus, where our average wait time is less than the national average, and we're proud of that. We give you quick service, a quick analysis in the ER, the new ER Plus at Harris Hospital on McLean Street.
And Linnell Ellis will kick, and it is fielded at the 1 and in the goal, or into the end zone, and the kid comes out, and he's got a lot of room to run. LeVar Wyatt, you know, I really thought that kid put 1 foot in the end zone. If he does, it's supposed to come out to the 20, but a great return by the Pioneers up across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, about a 40-yard return. He was very close to the goal line. I didn't think he put it in there, but he was certainly very close.
Great starting field position. LeVar Wyatt in on the tackle for the Hounds. 4:50 to play here in the first quarter. The Greyhounds lead it by the score of 7-0. Brent Martin will check into the football game for the Hounds at defensive left end. Buki will get a break. Vernon goes to left tackle. Is that Ryan Armstrong in at the nose guard position? Yes, it is. Trip set receivers for Batesville to the left side. Quarterback is Logan Treadway, son of Coach Larry Treadway. Comes the sprint draw with a little room to run. Stacy Moore from the linebacker position comes up, hits hard along with Vernon Rucker. A short gain.
Had a little hole there. Thought he might punch in there and get a little more, but Stacy closed that thing real quick. Need a big game out of Stacy tonight. Looks like a gain of about short 4, maybe 3.
And we'll give him 3 at 4:28 to play here in the first quarter. Second down and 7 for the Pioneers. We'll give him 4. They started at the 40, and they say it's at the 44, so it is at the 44. We'll give him 4. One split receiver at the top of your screen. One at the bottom of your screen. I-back Ryan Armstrong from behind after the Batesville running back crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. Going to bring up another big 3rd down situation for the Pioneers here.
A gain of about 2. If Ryan could have stood him up, he'd have had him in the backfield, but he had to kind of get him from behind and he, lunged forward for about 2 yards. Very, very big 3rd down.
No team has put the ball in the air yet.
Well, I don't know if they were expecting a lot of rain and a wet ball, but it hasn't happened. But everybody, as you said, David, staying on the ground. Hounds lead 7-0.
Third down, a long 3. Treadway to throw. Going to throw deep. Got a man wide open. It is complete for the first down. Just a little out pattern. Lamar Esslinger with the big hit, but a Batesville first down.
Yeah, just wide open out there, and the quarterback Logan just laid it out there. Laid it up high where he could run under it. Gain of about 16. Lamar made a big hit, but the guy still held on to it.
That's Maurice Meadows with the catch. Yeah, he was wide open. Herbert Lewis, Coach Kenny Black, the defensive staff for the Greyhounds. Richard Greer in. Vernon will move down to nose guard. Richard to left tackle. Richard got a breather for several plays. Trip receivers to the left and top of your screen. Tailback. Not a lot there. Good defense by Vernon Rucker and Vincent Grady.
David, they spread everybody out trying to stretch the Newport interior defense and then run what they call the stretch play, where they give the ball deep to the tailback, and the Newport front 4 and 5 were just outstanding.
Pickup of 1, Randy.
Yeah, great job inside there. Again, Vincent, good to see him in on the play right there. It's very, very short gain, a short 1, 2nd and 9.
Calvin Wren in, Michael Snodgrass out. Ball at the 38-yard line, and the Batesville Pioneers want a timeout to talk about it.
Medallion Foods hopes you enjoy Greyhound football on Cable 15, and hope you enjoy Medallion snack food products. You can find them at your Walmart store right there in Newport, or any Walmart store on the North American continent, or Sam's Clubs or Sam's Wholesale Clubs. Medallion products manufactured in Newport, Arkansas, and distributed throughout the North American continent. Medallion, proud of the Greyhounds. Greenway Equipment Company on Highway 367 North in Newport has NASCAR toys, Polaris watercraft, and of course all sorts of John Deere items. It's holiday time. There are lots of things you can buy for Christmas, including the miniature models and so forth and so on. All those toys, and even some lawn and garden remaining items that are at closeout prices at Greenway Equipment Company, Highway 367 North.
Pioneers will have 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball is about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think you can certainly look for Batesville. Probably thought to start throwing it more. They were very successful on their first one there, not getting a lot on the ground.
Yeah, Logan had a great football game last year out in Newport throwing the football. Logan Treadway we're talking about. 2 split receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom, in a shotgun formation for the Pioneers. Motion man. Inside handoff, going left, played well by E.J. Giles. A loss of a couple on the play. Boy, E.J. Giles has come to the front. He has been outstanding this year.
He's become a headhunter, been close to the top of that tackle chart, a little misdirection there, and E.J. wouldn't buy it, and loss of about 2.
Yeah, from the 38 back to the 40, it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
And 12 yards to go for the Pioneers with 1:55 to play in the first quarter. Hounds leading 7-0.
One of the reasons the Newport defense has become so much better, David, instead of 11 kids or 12 kids, they're now working with about 15 or 16 and give everybody a breather every now and then.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. Fullback in motion. Treadway fakes, being chased and almost sacked, but that causes a low throw. Calvin Wren all over Treadway there, incomplete, and decision time for the Pioneers.
Yeah, they'll punt the football here, 4th down and about 12 to go. Great job by Calvin on the blitz there, and 4th and 12, and you wouldn't expect them to do anything but punt it and put us in bad field position.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 12, and Calvin Wren from a linebacker position, Bud, on the ball.
Well, he has been one of the kids that have come on and helped. Snodgrass has come in and played a lot of football. You know, those are just some of the extra 3 or 4 kids on defense we're talking about that have stepped up and are playing big-time 4A football.
Lamar Esslinger down here at the 35-yard line. Does Batesville have a guy there? Jerry Brown will let it hit inside the 15-yard line and go out of bounds about the 11.
Maybe just making sure they don't run the old hideout play. That is superb coaching.
Superb Superb coaching. Well, Lamar was standing on the Batesville sideline. There wasn't anybody there, but that's what he's supposed to do. Said, don't let them run the old, what do you call it? The old
hideout play.
A hideout play, the lonely end.
Only person hiding out was Lamar over there, and luckily that's a good coaching move. Don't let him slip by you on that.
Yeah, he was talking to some of the Batesville kids on us. Hey, where's a good place to eat around here?
Boy, smart by the Newport Greyhound coaching staff. Kenny Black, Herbert Lewis from the defensive side. Tim Brownham, Richie Mathis. First down and 10 Hounds from the 11. Jerry Brown fumbled the ball. Now he picks it back up. Still on his feet as he gets up to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 4. Woo! I didn't like that.
No, that's one thing we talked about before the game you cannot do is fumble down there in your own territory. That's the kind of thing that could certainly turn momentum around. Luckily, Jerry just bounced right to him.
Yeah, second down and 6 for the Greyhounds.
I think the Pioneers, Dave, are going to have a tough time moving the ball at all tonight against Newport. Now, I think the best way for them to score points is for Newport to make mistakes, so let's don't make any.
Yeah, 48 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Hounds leading 7-0, and Spearman will split out of your screen left. Jerry Brown running hard over the 20. Close to a first down, depending on the spot. Ben Black with the ball in this time. It's going to be a little short, I believe. Let's see the spot. I can't see it, so I don't want to prematurely call it. I think he may be close. He may have it.
Yeah, I thought he just crossed the 15. I'm glad he was across the 20. I thought he just crossed 15 and got stood up there, but he's very, very close.
That's what happens to you when you get our age, Randy. Can't see it anymore.
Well, you know, we stopped coaching. We stopped officiating. Now we need to stop guessing.
Yeah, being a chain gang.
A little short. They're going to be a little short. Half a yard. And with 22 seconds to go, the Hounds will have plenty of time to get a play.
All right, Mr. C, our favorite play, quarterback sneak or the fullback here?
I think there's any question you run a quarterback sneak less than 1 to go. They might just let this clock run on down, and I think just let the clock be our ally, let it run on down and start the second quarter with that.
22 seconds to go. The Hounds are coming to the.
They're ready to go.
Yeah, they're ready to play ball. Third down and short. The Hounds may throw deep to Lamar right here. We're just guessing.
Please don't. No.
It's a quarterback sneak. Ronnie Delcase on his feet, still on his feet as he crosses the 25 to the 27-yard line. Ronnie did a little jump up. Looked like he was going to be stopped and made a good spin move and broke it outside.
Yeah, Batesville was stacked in there pretty good with several defensive linemen, and I thought, they about stood Ronnie up and thought he had it, but then he just bounced out there and got about 7 yards.
First down and 10 Hounds at the 27, and we're not going to have a chance to get another playoff. That's the end of the first quarter with the Greyhounds leading 7-0.
So Newport on its first possession takes it downfield for a touchdown, all on the ground. Most all of it up inside and sticking with the same formula here, starting down inside their own 20-yard line. And they run out the time in the first quarter with Newport leading at 7-0. Payless Sales and Rentals inside the Newport Village Mall. Teresa and her crew's been there for many, many years. They have quality home furnishings and appliances. You can rent them, you can buy them, you can rent to own them. They've got a plan that will work for you. Others come and go in town, but you can depend on Payless inside the Newport Village Mall for the top quality, the best selection, and the service and a plan put together to meet your needs at Payless inside the Newport Village Mall. We would like to remind you that General Motors has trucks. They're GMC trucks out of George Kell Motor Company, 2000 model full-size pickup trucks with interest rates now reduced to 1.9%. Remember all the big hoopla about the 0 and the 0.9? Well, it didn't include the full-size pickup trucks. Now the GMC full-size pickup trucks at George Kell Motors qualify on a 36-month contract for 1.9% money. So now General Motors has come and put the trucks on a great plan where you can save thousands of dollars at George Kell.
Bo Braun will lead the Newport Greyhound offensive line up to the 27-yard line. First down and 10 Hounds there. Lamar splits out of your screen left, tight running backs. And Delcase fumbled the football, still loose. Let's see who recovered. Ball becoming a little slippery.
The exchange is
Yeah, just a little bit trouble with the exchange right there, and I think Ronnie just fell right on it. Lost maybe a foot or so there, but just glad to get it back.
Yeah, it'll be second down. and 11 for the Hounds.
David Batesville's good enough defensively that sooner or later they'll find a way, if they have to put extra men in the box, to stop that inside game. And sooner or later the Hounds are going to have to open it up just a little bit.
Offset I formation, split I. Tall sweep, Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown trying to get a little running room. He does, crossing the 30 to the 31, now the 32-yard line for Jerry Brown on the tall sweep left.
Yeah, nice gain of about 5 on the play. We'd like to bust that play. We just talked about maybe busting that play, but 5 yards, very good gain. 3rd down in about 5.
Yeah, and here, David, the big thing about gaining 5 there, even if you just get 3 or 4 here, you get it past the 35 and can punt them back into rather poor field position. But right now the Hounds are thinking about the 1st down. It is a 3rd and no good solid 5 yards needed here.
Yeah, just underway, 2nd quarter. Greyhounds leading by the score of 7-0.
Good job. Good
execution. Perfect execution by Lamar. Lamar still on his feet, knocked out of bounds about the 45 or 46-yard line. Just a quick out pattern, and Ronnie Delcase threaded the needle, Randy.
Great execution. Plenty of cushion for Lamar there. A gain of about 14, and that's just excellent right there. That'll open things up a little more.
Really impressed, Bud, with just the spirit that Lamar Esslinger has had tonight. He's ready to play.
Yeah, we talked to him yesterday. You may have seen it on the Breakfast Bunch show this morning. He said, hey, this is Batesville. You know, we don't have to worry about being ready. We'll be ready.
1st down and 10 Greyhounds. Ball just over the 45-yard line, still in Greyhound territory. 10:32, clock stopped as Esslinger was out of bounds. Cook at the bottom of your screen. Inside, Linnell Ellis caught from behind. Little quick hitter inside that the Hounds had some success on their first drive. And Linnell will lose a little bit there.
I lost about 1, just wasn't there again. Batesville was ready for the play, and we may need to open things a little more, with our passing game here.
David, I think that's one of the old series plays we've had a lot of success on. That first drive, we were using a new type series stuff, and that was one of the old ones there. Let's go back to some of the new stuff. That was a loss of 1.
Back to the 45-yard line, split I formation. Linnell and Jerry Brown, fake to Jerry Brown, pass complete. Linnell Ellis in Batesville territory. Across the 48-yard line, but short of the 47, Linnell out of the backfield.
Yeah, good execution there. We had a little holding there on the left side, but luckily the officials didn't call that, so that's fine.
Yeah, as long as it's just a little holding, that's okay.
You know, flag hadn't been a part of this game. I'm going to knock on wood after I said that.
3rd down. Hounds must get the football beyond the 45. The big B is right on the 50. 3rd down and a long 3. Tall sweep left, Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown fighting for a 1st down. He's got it at the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 Greyhounds.
Yeah, big 1st down, Dave. We just want to keep this drive alive. We're using the clock. We've dominated the time of possession right now. Good blocking on the left side of that line.
7-0 Greyhounds. 9 minutes to play here in the first half.
Another nice drive here and nothing fancy. The Hounds have thrown it a couple of times, but both pretty safe patterns that we've thrown throughout the year.
Spearman will split to the bottom of your screen. He's 15. Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown looking for room. Short gain as he tries the right side of the offensive line for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, positive play, but just about 2 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down, 8. Again, the clock's running down in our favor.
Yeah, 8:25 to play here in the half.
7-0 Newport. David, last week against Osceola was 0-0 at the half, and then Batesville came out and fumbled the kickoff to start the 3rd quarter, and it gave Osceola some momentum. The Batesville defense got a little tired. The Seminoles scored 3 touchdowns in a 5-minute span. So the Batesville defense plays hard, but they can be worn down.
Esslinger was split to the top of your screen. He draws single coverage out there. Going deep for Lamar, and no penalty flag. Bumping everywhere going on. That was 3rd down and about 7, and the Hounds will have to punt here. That'll bring up a punting situation for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, quite a bit of bumping right there. Ronnie just laid it up there, hoping Lamar could run under it, but pretty good coverage there. And 4th down, and I hadn't seen Andrew come in yet, but hopefully we can punt him in the hole here.
Or maybe that was just second down. That's correct. This is third down coming up. Yeah, first down, Jerry got a couple of 3. That's correct. My bad. First mistake I've made in the last 10 minutes. I gave Fred Brown a touchdown last week. I got so excited when he carried the football. Fred only made it down to the 3 or the 5. Third down, straight ahead, Jerry Brown. Going to be short of the first down at the 37-yard line. What will the Hounds do here on third down and about 4?
That's one of those tough.
Fourth down, excuse me.
Yeah, one of those tough calls right here. Andrew Jones is coming in.
Yeah, the Hounds will punt, try to pin Batesville back. Trying to get my bearings down here. 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 7-0 in favor of the Greyhounds. Hounds need a good kick and some good coverage. Bo Carter will go deep for the Pioneers. Carter fields it at the 18. Coverage there by Dale Wharton.
Yeah, only about an 18-yard punt there and a 6-yard return, so a pretty decent field position.
Yeah, the kid caught the ball on the dead run, but, you make them do that, and that's one of the reasons to punt. You hope to get them back down inside the 20, but made a nice return, although he did have to gamble. And, most of the time, folks, when you gamble, you lose.
First down and 10 Pioneers, their third offensive possession. Ball at the 28-yard line. How about a TO here? Like a fumble. 7:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Single coverage, Lamar Esslinger, and the split receiver at the top of your screen. Motion man goes right. This guy's got a lot of room to run. Caught from behind by Jerry Brown. Batesville's had a lot of success with that over the years, putting the man in motion and coming back against the grain.
David, and we had a defensive back go with the motion man, and we had 2 guys go with him. One guy's got to stay over here and protect against that. We had 2 guys covering the motion man.
Yeah, 27-yard gain, and luckily Jerry had the speed. I was worried about his angle right there, but he did have the speed to catch him. 27-yard gain.
Yeah, to the 46-yard line in Greyhound territory, 6:53. And an official's timeout. It's just a play where they put a guy in motion, and the Hounds sent too many guys with him. Stacy Moore playing some defensive end on this series. EJ in the football game. Michael Snodgrass. Lamar Esslinger, Jerry Brown. Vincent Grady, Vernon Rucker, Richard Greer. Still another timeout. And we're ready to go. Nick Doyle in at the defensive end. Quarterback. Fakes. Rolls. He looks. He throws. He's got a man. It is complete to about the 23-yard line.
They're just wide open down there. Lamar was, close, but not close enough. Looks like a gain, about 22, 23 yards on the play. First down, and Batesville's moving it through the air and on the ground both.
Yeah, a couple of big plays here on this drive.
David, when the ball's in the air that long, the defense people have to get there and knock it down. That ball stayed up in the air. It seemed like forever.
First down and 10 from the 23-yard line in Newport Greyhound territory. Clock stops with 6:43 to play in the half. Hounds still lead 7-0. Motion man comes left. Straight handoff. There was a small hole there, but closed quickly. Stacy Moore, Calvin Wren, E.J. Giles.
Yeah, I think Michael Snodgrass around the play maybe, but just, a good defensive play. Again, the hole was there, but closed up before he could only get about 3.
Second down and 7.
Ask about free phones out of two-way radio when you activate with Century Tel through two-way radio. And George Rogers and Company got a manager special. Free phones are available right now at two-way radio, Highway 367 North.
6:10, clock moving here in the half. Second down and 7 from the 20. Shotgun formation for the Batesville Pioneers.
Come on, the clock. Let's get the ball off. Let's get the ball off.
Treadway, quarterback draw, still on his feet. He may go score, and he does. Logan Treadway goes 20 yards on the quarterback draw.
Yeah, just a quarterback draw, and they fooled us right there. I thought we were going to have a guy in position to make the play there, and Treadway just got around to the right of him. 20-yard touchdown run, 5:49 to go in the first quarter, 7-6.
Yeah, 72-yard drive by the Pioneers.
Yeah, and they made it look easy, David, as well as the Newport defense played in the first quarter. It looked like they were totally mismatched there. Big plays on the ground and in the air, and that's 3 plays right there on that drive where only Jerry Brown laid a hand on anybody and saved a touchdown.
And the extra point kick for the tie to come. And it is good. So with 5:49 to play here in the half, we have a new ball game at 7.
Jackson's Funeral Home salute the Newport Greyhounds. If you're watching on Saturday morning, I would remind you that the special veteran salute begins in a little bit at 10 o'clock. If you're watching on Tuesday night, I'll remind you that Jackson Funeral Home serve folks from several locations throughout Northeast Arkansas. Our family serving your family, the Jacksons. Tied at 7 here in the middle of the second period. And we'll see the Newport defense can get back in the groove they were in the first quarter. Coach Dave King, who they say is an offensive genius, was able to come up with a different plan, make some adjustments. Pioneers went down the field on 3 big plays and made it look easy. U.S. Pizza Company welcomes visitors and customers from several counties throughout Northeast Arkansas with their lasagna on Thursday, great salads, sandwiches, of course, and just great pizzas at U.S. Pizza Company. And when you're on the campus of ASU Newport or near it, stop in for lunch at Vittles. Always something special. Plate lunch specials every day at Vittles on the campus of ASU Newport.
Batesville lines up as though they might onside kick. Fred Brown is deep for the Newport Greyhounds. Batesville looks as though they may try an onside kick here. We shall see. And they're not going to. They're going to do a little squib kick. Michael Snodgrass will field. Michael across the 40 to the 42. You know, not to ever question any coaches, but I think that's kind of a little silly there. I think it's great for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give, Greyhounds great field position. 5:42 to go here, plenty of time, and hopefully we can take advantage of that field position and go score. But, no point trying to trick anybody right there.
Oh, Hounds will have the football at their own 42.
7-7 football game, and the momentum has swung to the Pioneers here.
Now 5:42 remaining here in the first half. Hounds have had some success running and throwing the football. Lamar will split out of your screen. He draws single coverage, and he looks to be about 8 inches taller than the guy trying to cover him there. Linnell straight ahead across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and a penalty flag.
Ellis carrying the ball.
And let's see what this infraction is. Illegal motion against the Greyhound.
Yeah, they'll take that. I was afraid it might be holding, but came a little earlier than that. That's going to bring up first down about 15 after a pretty nice little game.
From the 42 back to the 37.
7-7 football game. Hounds trying to regain the momentum here. Newport hadn't done anything really fancy. They've had some success up inside. Batesville has made 2 major adjustments, one defensively, one offensively, and has played much better here in the second quarter.
Hounds have a few trick plays up their sleeves that they can use. 5:35 remaining here in the first half. It's Buki and Linnell split backs for the Hounds. What a catch by Lamar Esslinger. That is fantastic. That pass was low. It was between 2 defenders, and Lamar with a spectacular catch at the 40.
Yeah, I didn't think he caught it, but he did. Boy, I tell you what, it's a bad place to try to put it there. It was, like I said, 2 Batesville defenders in the area.
Yeah, and it's a pickup of about 3.
Jerry Brown checks in offensively for the Greyhounds.
5:21, clock stops as Lamar was out of bounds. Yeah, Hounds have got too many guys on the field here. And the Hounds elect to call timeout.
Newport Federal Savings Bank offers a full-service bank, including automobile loans, home mortgages, home improvement loans. If you're building some house or commercial building, they'd like to talk to you about lending you the money for that project. Savings accounts, of course, all types of checking, and it's free. Free checking, now checking, money markets. Senior checking accounts available. Newport Federal Savings Bank. They're at 200 Olivia Drive, 523-3611. Newport Federal. And it pays to have Lakeside on your side. Lakeside Chevrolet, where full-size Chevrolet pickups have just been included in a program of 1.9% interest rates for 36 months. Yes, now you can get the low interest on the full-size Chevy pickups at Lakeside. 1.9% money is available right now through GMAC on full-size pickup trucks at Lakeside Chevrolet Buick.
Right, we got a situation here that it's second down and 12 yards to go. Hounds calling timeout. Didn't have the right formation in.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do that when you're in that situation. You can't have a bad play right here for sure.
Ball at the 40-yard line. EJ in motion. Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown following his blocking at the 50. Jerry Brown to the 40. Jerry Brown to the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Greyhounds. There are no flags. Jerry Brown will go 60 yards for the score.
Yeah, try not to get too excited since we're over here by the Batesville people. We'll stay calmer than usual. Hopefully we can celebrate after the game when we get home. But a 60-yard run, great execution there, and Linnell Ellis in there to try to make it 14-7. 5:09 to go in the second quarter.
That's one of those unusual runs there. Jerry Brown runs at 60 yards to cap off a 58-yard drive.
Yes, indeed. Now, Randy, we talked about it 2 weeks ago, starting about 2 weeks ago, what an extra dimension he adds.
No doubt with that speed there. We've got almost a stable of running backs. Jeffrey's back can help out. Fred can help. We've got 5 or 6 guys that can run it.
Hounds are...
You call timeout now.
Without something. Linnell keeps hollering for something. They don't know what they're hollering for.
We're short people.
We're short a guy. Call a timeout if we're short a guy. We have one left.
Flag. We're going to
Penalty flag.
We were not ready.
But there is a flag on.
Yeah, the Hounds will have only 10 on the field. And what was the call? I didn't see it.
Now, this guy's saying holding. It definitely wasn't holding. It was called too quick. It's got to be procedure.
Did the Hounds have enough on the field?
No, we had only 10. Is that a penalty? You call it illegal procedure, and maybe you have to have 11. If you're short, it's still a penalty.
Well, did we send anybody in?
I didn't see it. If we did, hopefully we get that straightened out. Well, Linnell's counting. Linnell's counting to see if we got 11.
Against the Greyhounds.
Second procedure penalty of the night for the Hounds. Yeah, we have 11 out there.
Now.
And the extra point coming from the 16. This will be like a 26-yard field goal. Big point in the football game. Nope, that's wide left. So the kick is no good, but the Greyhounds do take a 13-7 lead.
Boy. Simply Southern, the manufactured homes, is having a big liquidation sale, and folks, I'm telling you, they have got deals. All remaining units must go. They quit. They're going out of business. Unbelievable prices. You got to see to believe. Champion Homes, like a great big old double wide setup and delivery, plus underpinning, and also includes air conditioning. 1,600 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, for just $46,500. Financing, you bet we got it. At the going out of business sale, the liquidation sale, all homes must go at Simply Southern Manufactured Homes on Highway 367 North. Well, we run 60 yards to take the lead, and we're all down in the dumps up here after, we ought to be excited after missing the extra point on the penalty. The mental mistakes, Dave. 10 men on the field, and you just hope it doesn't hurt. You hope you keep winning the football game.
I never did see. I thought we had 11 out there. I just thought we got called for a motion penalty. Never did see anybody come in off the field. But anyway, the Hounds do lead 13-7. I'm excited about Jerry Yards Brown's run. His 60 Brown yard run. Jerry Brown, 60-yard run for a touchdown. Linnell to kick for the Hounds. Come on, Greyhounds. Carradine.
He's been good.
At the 4, slips, almost fumbled, 10-15.
He's been good. He's still good.
Room to run. Finally dragged down as Carradine crosses the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good 34-yard return. LeVar White and Stacy Moore on the tackle.
Number 32, Chris Carroll.
4:59, Carradine with the big return for the Pioneers.
Initially tripped up by
4:59 here in the first half. Hounds have scored on a 50-yard drive and a 58-yard drive.
You know, when Buki makes a tackle, it's never at the 38-yard line. Always back about the 20.
2 split receivers left. 1 at the top of your screen right. Ball is snapped low. This is Treadway trying to run. He's going to be sacked. Bo Braun, E.J. Giles make it Nick Doyle and E.J. Giles for a loss. It was a low snap, and Logan Treadway just had to recover and get what he could.
And Nick, I think, looked like he was held on the play, so a double good job by Nick getting over there. Loss of 4, and that's a big defensive play.
3.
Yeah, 2nd down and 14. 4:34 remaining in the half. 13-7 Hounds. Ball at the 33-yard line.
Second and 13.
Did you get a good look at that Greyhound defense? Nick Doyle's 83, Stacy Moore 7, Buki's 30, Vernon 69, Vincent 77, Bo is 9. Quarterback Treadway rolls. He looks. He's got a man open again, and it is complete.
Same pattern, same result. Defensive back trailing the play, couldn't get there.
Hounds have a man down. That's Spearman.
Brown was tackled by
We've had better coverage than that all year. Pretty good job by our secondary, but they've been wide open a couple of plays here, and that's a big play from 2nd and 14 to 1st and 10.
Yeah, into Greyhound territory at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, nothing special about David. Nothing. What a spectacular catch. I mean, the kid was just wide open.
on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Spearman is the guy who ran the receiver down. He's the guy who is down on his home sideline over there. They'll get Roderick up and get a replacement in there. 4:05 remaining here in the half. Greyhounds lead at 13-7. Logan Treadway having some great success throwing the football here tonight. First down and 10 Pioneers. They have a 72-yard drive for a touchdown their last time out offensively. Motion man comes our way. Boy, it's quiet. Tailback, E.J. Look at E.J. Giles knocking people around. He didn't make the tackle, but he leveled too.
Yeah, he ought to get his name on that tackle chart for that one. He was all over the play. Gain of only about 2 yards on the play.
E.J. made the tailback, cut inside, and then he came chasing from behind and said, "Get out of my way, Pioneers. I'm coming in here for some damage."
This Pioneer offense, scored, had only 94 total yards against Nettleton and losing 20-10. They scored only 20 points at Greene County Tech 2 weeks ago, a team that Newport rolled 48 up on. But here in the second quarter, they've looked like an offensive dynamo.
2nd down and 8 for the Pioneers. Inside trap play with room to run. Caught from behind, fumbled the football, and it is still loose. And the Hounds are hollering, they have it.
Yes, we got it.
And the Newport Greyhounds come up with a loose ball. Kid was running for a touchdown and was caught from behind, I think, by Jerry Brown. And trying to strip the football, and he did just that.
Stacy Moore with the recovery.
Stacy Moore gets the recovery, and that's big for the Hounds. Tough break for the Pioneers.
An emotional blow for the Pioneers, David. They sure got that look about, moving the ball at will against the Newport defense. Big play after big play after big play, and the Hounds stripped the ball, and we are very, very fortunate. But, hey, folks, I'm going to take it. Now let's do some more offense here. We have a 13-7 lead. David, how much time left?
2:50.
there's enough time, but, I think right now I'd be thinking be a little conservative, make a couple of first downs. Yeah, we get the balls. Randy just pointed out to start the second half. We're up by a touchdown on the road. I don't think we're going to gamble too much here. Try to make a first down and eat up some clock.
Yeah, ball at our own 7-yard line. Buki Greer up to the 9, maybe the 10-yard line. Pickup of at least 2 and maybe 3. We'll give him 3.
Yeah, I'll give him 3, and good conservative play right there. The clock's running down to about 2:35, and Batesville might think about stopping this if they get a good defensive play here.
Hounds lead 13-7. The Newport High School marching band will be next. Winner is guaranteed a playoff spot. If Batesville loses, they're out. If Newport loses, it depends on what happens with Marion and Nettleton.
What's the flag here at 2 minutes 12 man?
Here is a penalty flag. Another one against the Greyhounds as the Pioneers celebrate. Is that illegal substitution?
Bud said we had 12 men in the huddle. Really, that's what the call looked like, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, Buki kind of got shaken up on the play previous to that.
Legal substitution.
Yeah, legal substitution will move it back to the 5.
Tim's arguing his point.
I think the Greyhounds still have a timeout left.
We've got one, they've got 2.
Yeah, the clock will continue to run. That's good there. Do we even have a 25-second clock? Yeah, it's down to 14, yeah. Jerry Brown, give it to him, let him go 95. That's Jerry for a short gain.
They're going to call a timeout.
And the Batesville Pioneers will call time with 1:35 to play. And 3rd down and 11 for the Hounds, Randy.
Yeah, Greyhounds got 2 penalties tonight, but both of them have really hurt us. I mean, one probably cost us an extra point. One's got us in the bind down here. Hoping we probably could have got a first down without that. But now, big play, because otherwise you're going to get Batesville the ball with great field position.
Yeah, no doubt, with enough time.
Well, Batesville's had several big plays, but the 2 biggest of the night, Jerry Brown's 60-yard touchdown run to give Newport the lead, and Newport recovering a fumble down at the 6-yard line as Batesville was going in for what looked like a sure touchdown. Newport defense will have to regroup a little bit. I know you say regroup, but they've only given up 7 points. But, Dave, in the second quarter, the Pioneers ran at will, and I don't know what the average, Randy, but it had to be 20-plus yards of play in the 2 little drives that they had in the second quarter, because the men, they had a 27 and a 24 or something, and another long run. They did it throwing it. They did the quarterback draw. They did it with running around in. So the defense, despite giving up only 7, got to come up with some answers, because Batesville made a major adjustment in their offensive scheme, whether they're blocking it differently or they're play calling or whatever. But they have been a much better offensive football team here in the second quarter than they were in the first quarter. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken in Newport, great buffets 7 days a week. Chicken pot pies, the new twisters, chicken sandwiches. Eat in or get it to go. Use the drive-through window at KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken. 4447 is the number for Riverboat Real Estate. Folks, we're proud of the fact we've done it again. As soon as we got a sign in the yard on a house out on Graceland, we sold it in 2 days. We'd like to sell yours.
3rd down and 11 from the 6. Delcase running right up to about the 13. He's going to be
tackled by number 69, Noel Hilton.
Short of the first down, and the Pioneers will use their last timeout, force the Hounds to punt.
Thankfully, they'll have no timeouts. Greyhound defense is going to have to keep them in bounds and keep them in the field to play right here, make that clock run. But they're going to have outstanding field position almost certainly.
4th and 2.
Yeah, you think the Pioneers might even go for a block here?
That is possible. Of course, with the normal punt here, they get great field position, probably around midfield. Did they have enough time, as Randy said, with no times out to get it done? But the way they've moved the ball the last 3 or 4 plays, they can get 50 yards on average here, a couple of 3 snaps of the football. But the Greyhound defense is going to do some adjusting also. Right now, let's get a good snap and just, hey, if we get a 25, 30-yard punch, you just have to take your chances.
And the Greyhounds leading the football game 13-7. Linnell Ellis with a 6-yard run with 4:58 to play in the first quarter. And then a 60-yard Jerry Brown runs. Those two scores sandwiched in between Logan Treadway's 20-yard quarterback draw for a touchdown. So Andrew will set up at the goal line. Let's just get it away. 1:28 remaining here in the first half. Pioneers with 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Good snap and a good kick. Hitting at the 34 and fielded at the 38. Up to the 29-yard line. Tremendous field position for the Pioneers. They back it up to the 30.
Mookie on the track tackle, 27-yard punt, 10-yard return.
First and 10 for Pioneers on the 30-yard line.
And 1:20 to play. No timeouts for the Pioneers. You expect them to throw the football. Can the Hounds apply a little pressure here? Will they apply a little pressure here? Depending on the defensive scheme. Two ways to look at it. You either apply pressure or you get in a prevent type. Double splits. Two tights. Treadway to throw.
Yeah, kick no.
Almost intercepted by Jerry Brown. Played well that time. Boy, Logan just threw that football up and hoped somebody would run under and catch it.
Yeah, I thought Jerry was going to get it. Just need another step. He would have got up there to it, but got to keep doing things like that. The bad thing about that, the clock stops.
Yeah, with 1:16 to play.
That's the one thing Batesville, if they're going to throw the football, they risk having it intercepted, and they got to think about that. They move the ball quite well on the ground, and even with the clock stopped now, David, you can run a ground play or two, and depending on their field goal kicking ability, they get down around the 20-yard line and have a legitimate shot.
Two wideouts. Treadway to throw. Throws up. Jerry Brown intercepts at the 7-yard line. That's another one where they just threw it up in the air, and Jerry Brown with a spectacular interception.
That's not the smartest football I've ever seen in the world, but I appreciate Coach King and crew for doing that. But, I mean, you throw it one time and it almost gets intercepted and come right back with the same cotton-picking play a little bit deeper, and this time Jerry got a bead on it. And the receiver ran the same pattern Randy did before, and this time the ball's 12 yards deeper.
Absolutely, Bud. And, the thing about that, they had time to do some other stuff. They act like they were short of time and trying to get it in the end zone, but hopefully the Greyhounds can just run the clock out there. We get the ball to start the third quarter, so just kneel down and it'll be fine with me. No timeouts.
Yeah, 1:09 to play. Let's see what the Hounds elect to do. Quarterback sneak. And the Hounds, I think, will have to run one more play.
Folks, there's nothing wrong at all going on the road, being up by 6 at halftime in the game. It's rated as a toss-up. And, I'll take this. That's a smart football play to fall down on the thing. The Newport High School Marching Band and Whippets throughout the season are being brought to you by the Frank A. Rogers Company for professional building service. The Frank A. Rogers Company would like to give you a bid if you're going to build a farm building, commercial, or business building. We'd like to have the opportunity to work with you. The Frank A. Rogers Company is your better Butler builder. We're located on Highway 67 north of Newport. We're proud not only of the football kids, but the band and the Whippets and all the support groups at Newport High School.
Hounds will just fall on this one, I think. Ronnie Delcase does. And that should be the last play of the first half. The Greyhounds will go in with a 13-7 lead.
Yeah, great to have that lead. Got a little precarious there in the second quarter, but again, the great thing, and I always love to get that ball to start the third quarter.
Absolutely. You'll see the Newport Greyhounds that do not have to snap the ball. 3-2-1. That's the first half. Hounds lead at 13-7. Your Newport High School band is next.
Edwards.
Well, there you see the scoreboard as we get ready for the second half with the visitor, and that's the good guys tonight. The Greyhounds leading 13-7. And David Black and Randy C., we get the ball to start the third quarter, and Randy's got to look at all the numbers.
Thanks, Bud. First downs, Newport 8, 7 of those on the ground, 1 through the air. Batesville 5 first downs, 2 on the ground and 3 through the air. Rushing, Newport 25 carries, 158 yards. Jerry Brown 8 for 87. Linnell Ellis 8 carries for 35 yards. Ronnie Delcase 7 for 24, and Richard Greer 2 for 12. Batesville 13 rushes for 86 yards. Passing, Ronnie Delcase was 3 out of 4 for 24 yards. Lamar caught 2 of those for 16, and Linnell caught 1 for 8. Total offense for Newport 182. Batesville was 3 out of 6 through the air with 1 interception, 64 yards. Their total offense 150. Kickoff returns, Newport 1 for 8. Punting, Andrew Jones 2 for a 22.5-yard average. Newport fumbled 1 but did not lose it. 2 big penalties for Newport, 2 for 10 yards. Kickoff returns, 3 for 73 for Batesville. They're punting 2 for a 30.5-yard average. They had 2 fumbles and 1 big one lost. Now going to the tackle chart, if I can get back there. Tackle chart was led by E.J. Giles, 5 tackles. Stacy Moore, 4 tackles, 3 tackles each for Michael Snodgrass, also Richard Greer and Jerry Brown. 2 tackles for Roderick Cook Spearman, also LeVar Wyatt, Vernon Rucker, Lamar Esslinger, and a tackle each for Ryan Armstrong, Vincent Grady, and also Nick Dole. Those are your first half stats.
Yeah, you see the Newport captains start the second half. Jeffrey Valentine, 34, Vernon Rucker, Josh Austin, Lamar Esslinger. The Hounds will get the football to start the third quarter.
Hounds onto the football field. The telecast presented in part by the good folks at Kirtner Lumber Company of Newport. We salute the efforts of the young folks at Newport High School, and we continue to support them. Remember, Kirtner Lumber Company offers wholesale and retail. They have oak, cypress. They buy you standing timber also at Kirtner Lumber Company, 523-6701 at the Air Base since 1967. And the Sonic has a new special for November. I couldn't remember what it was. Randy had to remind me that we're always going to the Sonic. Extra long cheese coney and tater tots for just $2.79. Get a whole bunch of them at the Sonic. Service at the speed of sound. Sonic 2000 Malcolm Avenue.
Randy, the Hounds will be getting the football and a very important drive up by a touchdown.
They're big, and I talk about that a lot. Loving to get that ball to start the third quarter. I think it was a mistake by Batesville. I mean, it may turn out not to be, but I think it was at the time. Loved getting that ball to start the third quarter. If we can drive down here and get a 2-touchdown lead, we'll be in good shape. If we're not, it'll be a dogfight till the end.
Well, the first time that Batesville kicked off after their touchdown, they lined up a little onside kick, elected to kick it about 15, 18, 20 yards. Hounds had pretty good field position at the 42 and went in and drove it 58 yards for a score. I think this time you'll see the Hounds kick it deep. Fred Brown, 23, the freshman, will be deep for the Hounds.
Love to see him break one here. I hope they do kick it deep and give us a chance to set up the return. As you said, I think they will do that this time.
The news from Marion is bad. We're all hoping for Nettleton to lose the football game as we understood it last night, Friday night. As we taped, and Nettleton was leading 21-0. That's not good.
Jerry and Fred change places. Jerry goes to the center of the field, and this kick is going to be Fred at the 12. To the 20, Fred Brown. Across the 30 to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. Pretty good field position for the Hounds to start there.
Nice return of 22 yards by Fred. A great job protecting that ball. He wasn't about to fumble the football. Pretty good field position.
So the Hound offense led by Bo Braun, Robert Turner, Josh Austin, Tyrone Watkins, and Bo Moss. The tight end will be Nick Doyle. Lamar Esslinger at a split end. Buki comes in at a running back. Jerry Brown in. E.J. Giles. Now Jerry Brown out. Linnell Ellis in, and here comes Ronnie Delcase, your starting Newport Greyhound quarterback.
Got to see which team shows up here. The Greyhound offense was pretty steady throughout the first half. And defense, Batesville made a bunch of yards against us in the second quarter, none in the first.
Linnell Ellis trying to go wide, and there's nothing there, and Batesville with a big play on first down.
Yeah, you don't want to see Linnell going out wide. You want to see him running straight back and forth vertically, and not see him going wide like that. Not much there.
No gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10 for the Greyhound.
Yeah, and that's not where we need to be offensively, Dave. We're pretty good at 2nd and 6, pounding that ball off tackle up inside. But here you got to make, 5 each time in a couple of tries. Certainly not impossible, but important the first 3 or 4 minutes here to see who gains the momentum in the second half.
Just underway, third quarter action, 13-7, the Greyhounds lead. 11:15 to play. Dale Case to throw. Nick Doyle is wide open. They throw short to Ellis. Linnell at the 50. Linnell to the 40, and Linnell out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nick Doyle was wide open across. That's one of the plays that was put in this week. Nick going deep, and he was open, but boy, what a toss by Dale Case to Linnell Ellis.
Yeah, and I was looking at Nick all the way. He was wide open down there, but the play was designed to go to Linnell there. A nice gain of 31 yards, first down Greyhounds.
35-yard line in Batesville territory.
Good thing both guys were wide open as one of the cornerbacks went deep with Nick, and it left it wide open over the middle.
Lamar Esslinger will split way wide to the top of your screen. You see him coming to your screen now. First down and 10 Greyhounds. Tall sweep, Jerry Brown. Cutting inside, Jerry Brown with a little move to the outside. Now coming back inside, crossing the 30 to the 28, the 27-yard line, maybe down near the 26. They'll back him up to the 27.
Gain of 8. Nice little tall sweep to the left side right there, and Jerry can break those things at any time, but we'll take 8 every time too.
Very important drive here as the Hounds have the football. Second down and 2 from the 27-yard line.
Greyhounds lead 13-7. Some of you might have joined us late. Ball game played at Batesville Friday night. What we thought was going to be a quagmire and pouring down rain, but it's been gorgeous, just a few sprinkles.
10.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter on set fumble. Hounds fumble the football. It is loose. And they say the Greyhounds have it. Third time tonight we've had a fumbled snap. But the Hounds do get it back.
Picked up by number 9.
Lose a half yard. It'll still bring up third down and 2.
Yeah, that was a miracle that we got that one back. I sure thought Batesville would get on it because it went way away from Ronnie, but fortunately apparently an offensive lineman or somebody got on it.
Nick Doyle, you're tied into the right side on third down and 2. Split backs for the Hounds. Quarterback sneak. Look at the push by the offensive line. Robert Turner and crew behind Bo Moss. Dale Case should have the Greyhound first down, and they move the chains.
Yeah, Robert Turner, a little different style of blocking by Robert right there. He was behind the pile pushing it forward. A great job, 4-yard gain.
Well, I've talked about Robert. What a job that kid has done. He's given his life and his soul to this football program, finally becoming a starter midway through his senior year. My hat's off to that young man. Among the rest of the offensive linemen. First down and 10 from the 24. Tall sweep, short side, Jerry Brown. Near the 20. Short game, but a pickup of 3 and maybe 4.
Yeah, give him 3 maybe. I don't know where they're going to spot it. Probably just inside the 20. A gain of a good 3 on the play, and not a bad football play. If we can do that every time, we'll string out first downs and score.
Hounds have the football with 9:05 to play in the third quarter, leading by 6, 13-7.
Second down and about 6. I think we're closer to 4 on that gain. And boy, if you can do that down inside the 30-yard line every time, you are in business. Important drive. Hounds trying to go up by 2 scores.
Inside, reverse play. Nothing there that time. Stopped for maybe a yard.
Looked like Buki on the carry there, I guess, and maybe 1 yard, long 1 on the play. Gonna bring up third down. We got 2 chances to get this.
Hounds running a little quick inside trap.
David, you have to think about a field goal, because what a field goal would do in this situation is put you up by 9 points, which is 2 scores.
Third down and 5. Lamar draws one-on-one coverage out of your screen against a shorter defender. Delcase scrambles. Ronnie Delcase across the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Just short.
Little short of the first down.
Delcase keeping the ball.
And it'll bring up a final fourth down.
Fourth down.
And 1, and the Hounds have had great success with the quarterback sneak. That what you saw in your screen was Galen wiping the lens. Got a little moisture on it. Fourth down and 1.
David, the quarterback sneak never failed us, but Batesville's going to be expecting this. I wouldn't be surprised to see us do something a little different here, but just as long as we can make it.
Hounds want a timeout. with 7:28 to play in the third quarter. Big play coming up. Hounds lead 13-7.
Oh, we might call the offside play, but you don't do that when you're not going to call that if you go up and call timeout immediately. Big play, tense moment in the football game. The winner goes to the playoffs. Look like the loser is out since Nettleton was winning at halftime 21-0, we understand. So looks like Nettleton's in the playoffs if they hold on and continue to lead that football game. And the winner here is going to get in, and the loser is going to sit at home and start playing basketball. And Newport has been to the playoffs, David, 13 consecutive years. We have the longest streak of all the 4A football teams, including Alma, including Wynn, including Osceola. Newport has been to the playoffs more consecutive times than any 4A team in Arkansas and must win on the hill to get it done here tonight. Farmers Oil Corporation has a full-service service station down on 3rd Street. They'll check the tires, check the oil for you, and pump the gas at Farmers Oil Corporation. Make it, guys.
Ball on the 15, must go a yard to the 14. Quarterback sneak, Dale Case over the top, and I think he got it.
Dale Case keeping the ball.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 13. That ought to be plenty.
Nothing to measure there.
I wouldn't think so. They're going to measure, but that's okay.
I think he made it. Ronnie did a great job of sticking that ball out there. You always worried about a fumble, but he pushed that ball way out in front of him to make sure forward progress was there, and I think he's got it.
Yeah, the ball's on the 13-yard line. 7:24 remaining here in the third quarter, and a big measurement right here. You see the change stretch. Makes it by a half yard.
Yeah, he got it by plenty there, and just keep punching that ball in there, and let's go score here. 7:24 in the third quarter.
So important that the Hounds now, Bud, put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, we've used up a little clock, David. You don't want to make a mistake now. Do whatever you have to do to get it in the end zone, get the 2-score lead. That puts a lot of pressure on Batesville. Of course, they've shown they can move the ball against us a little bit. So real big here, real big.
Yeah, first down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Toss sweep left, Jerry Brown. Breaks the tackle, Jerry Brown spinning. Jerry Brown still on his feet. Inside the 10 to near the 9-yard line. Jerry Brown breaking a tackle in his own backfield.
Tell you what, David, Jerry was stopped at the line of scrimmage right there on the play. Kept twisting and turning and ended up getting about 4 on it.
From the 13 down to the 9. 6:53 in the third.
Is it me or does everything look slow motion? I'm just nervous.
We're nervous. Hounds lead 13-7, 6:43 remaining here in the third quarter. Second down and 6. Linnell Ellis, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown Linnell Ellis. What a job by the offensive line.
Give it all to the offensive line. What a great job. One big pass play to Lamar, to Bo on the series, but and I also ran the clock, 5.5 minutes run off the clock, 19-7. Will the Greyhounds go for 2 or 1 here?
Hounds will line up, go for 2 with 6:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
Well, we hadn't decided yet. Bo's asking, you want me to kick? And Coach Branham saying, well, wait a minute, let's talk about it here. I think that you have nothing really to lose by going for 2. You're up 12 points. You got to go for 2.
Yeah, I think so too. 25-second clock down to 8. Hounds must hurry. Wide open is it is short and incomplete. Bo Ellis was wide open and the pass was short.
Yeah, I mean, the execution was there except for the pass being low. Bo was definitely wide open. 19-7, 6.5 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, he couldn't get any more open, and of course we had to hurry the play. I honestly wish we'd taken a time out there and gotten set. And we snapped the ball with 2 seconds on the 25-second clock, and wide open, and the ball just they say never miss a putt short on a big putt. So overthrow it, but we underthrew it and he trapped the ball. But hey, there's some good news here, folks. We're ahead by 19-7. The football game on TV presented in part by Jim Brandt and Company at Edward D. Jones, 523-8780. They're at 1420 McLean Street. You're buying individual stocks. You're buying mutual funds. They've got them. CDs, serving over 600 folks now in Newport and Jackson County. And that's the Edward D. Jones Company and your agent, Jim Brandt, 1420 McLean Street in Newport. White River Ambulance and Paramedics salutes the Greyhounds on another successful year. Dwayne Kirker and company reminds you their phone number is 3908, 24 hours a day, emergency or transfer service. We've been taking care of you and your family and folks throughout the area for 14 years now. White River Ambulance and Paramedic, if you ever need us, we're there, 523-3908.
So the Hounds go up by 12, 19-7. And Bo Ellis to kick for the Greyhounds. Be fielded by Carradine at the 15. Little room to the outside. Finally run down, tackled from behind by E.J. Giles.
David, they've returned every kickoff on the same place, and return it all the way out to the 40-yard line each time.
A great job, 23-yard return. They've had some excellent returns tonight. Luckily, EJ there to get him from behind. But the thing here, avoid the big plays. That's what they killed us with those 20 or plus yard plays in that second quarter. Let's make them drive it 4 or 5 at a time. They struggled at that.
A stop by the Newport defense really puts the heat on Batesville. We don't have to turn it over. We can just stop them here.
Treadway in shotgun formation with 6:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Yeah, what's the draw? Treadway, the snap is low. He looks, he's going to throw across the middle. Lamar is there, and it is complete again. Give the Batesville receiver credit. He fought off Lamar Esslinger, went up high for the ball, and another big play. Treadway just threw it up, and the kid ran under it and made the completion.
Yeah, we had pretty good coverage there. It gives the guy the credit. He just went up there and out-battled Lamar for the ball, and a big 28-yard gain.
Big play with 6:16 remaining here in the third quarter. The Pioneers on the move at the 34-yard line in Newport territory. What success Batesville has had throwing the football. They just throw it up, their kids run under it, and we can't get it. 6 minutes to play third. Hounds lead 19-7. Come on, defense. Tailback 9 yards deep. And here's a reverse with no room to run if we tackle, and guess what? It's E.J. Superman Giles.
All over the field. He led the team with tackles there in the first half, and a great job there. Looks like a loss for about 3 or 4.
David, you're talking about our pass defense. We play man coverage. Sometimes we try to disguise it back there, but we play man coverage. And so if Treadway's going to be in the shotgun and he gets a low snap and stands around back there 3 or 4 seconds, we've got to have some guys eventually get to him sooner or later, or they're going to make some miracle throws and catches.
5:17, clock moving. Second down, 13 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. And now the Pioneers want a timeout.
Taylor Chrysler wants us to tell you that they still have some 0% money, free financing, and other units that qualify for 0.9% money on several units in stock right now at Taylor Chrysler. And we hope you're going to be watching our auto showcase that we're going to have for the next several months, featuring John Pennington and crew at Taylor Ford and Taylor Chrysler. It's a good show. A lot of you have commented to us about the show. We're looking forward to continuing that, and we appreciate all the fine comments you've had about the Taylor Ford, Taylor Chrysler auto showcase. ASU Newport's a great place to start. If you never got a high school diploma, it's not too late, because the adult education program at ASU offers a free GED. The materials are free, the course is free, the instruction is free. All you have to do is put in the time to get your high school diploma. Contact the adult education department at ASU Newport. Premier Video remains your entertainment headquarters in Jackson County. Here it is, holiday time right around the corner. You can get rental movie cards for stocking stuffers. They have video gift baskets, canning certificates, special order movies, or previously owned movies for sale at Premier Video, Turner Place, Malcolm Avenue, Newport.
Randy, second down and 13 from the 37.
Again, avoid those big pass plays. I mean, that's been the killer for us so far. So if we can avoid that, again, we'll be all right.
Snodgrass in at the linebacker. Stacy Moore. Buki back down at the defensive left tackle. Ryan Armstrong in at right tackle. Vernon Rucker is the nose. Shotgun formation for Treadway. 4 wide receivers for the Pioneers. Treadway with a little option left pitch. E.J. Giles upends the Batesville running back, but after a gain to the 32-yard line.
I think it was a forward pass.
Yeah. Looked like a forward pass or lateral right there on the play, but gain of 5.
5 yards.
Second down and 7 coming up. Third down, excuse me. 4:40.
8 yards to go.
Big play here for the Hound defense. Shotgun formation. Logan Treadway is number 14. Good snap. Treadway looks. He rolls. He's got all day to throw. Now throws, and it is, guess what? Complete again. To the 15, first down Pioneers.
No, our defensive scheme just not working. We got guys not even rushing. Our defensive lineman standing straight up at the line of scrimmage, putting no pressure at all on Treadway, and forever had 10 seconds to throw the football.
And when you give him that much time, you're going to find an open receiver. The secondary can only do so much. 4:19 to play third quarter. Hounds lead 19-7, but the Pioneers right back on the move at the 17-yard line. First down and 10 for Batesville. Yeah, Hounds getting very little pass rush. Treadway, tailback, tripped up by Buki Greer. Short gain
Carradine carrying.
of 1.
Mookie got about one finger out there, I think, but it was enough to trip the running back up. I only gained 1 on the play. Just got to watch that and get some pressure on this quarterback.
Second down and 9.
Well, Randy Hounds aren't trying to get any pressure. It looks like we're playing soft and just trying to hold people up at the line of scrimmage. And that, quite honestly, it isn't working.
3:45, clock moving. Big series for the Pioneers to try to get back in this football game. Treadway, inside trap play, tailback. Greer makes the tackle. Thought the kid broke the tackle, but Buki, kid put him at defensive tackle and he can play there. He can play anywhere.
He could play anywhere on the defensive side. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Another one-handed tackle there by Buki, but we'll take it. Third down and 9.
Yeah, from the 15.
I can't believe the Pioneers haven't thrown the football even on first and second down. They're trying to make just a few yards down there close, but third down here. And let's see if they get in the shotgun. It's when they're in the shotgun and we get no pressure.
Let's go up there!
Will not be the shotgun formation. Treadway fakes to the tailback, rolls and throws. It is complete, but out of bounds. Oh, incomplete. They say he was out of bounds before the catch. He caught the ball, but out of bounds.
Yeah, it was real close. I thought he might have been inbounds, but you really can't see from here, but the official called it completely right away. So fourth down and 9.
Yeah, fourth down. Big play here, bud.
Yeah, not to play of the game. There's too much time left, David, but an awfully big play. If they don't score here, they don't make this first down, then we have regained the momentum and with a 2-touchdown lead, and then the Hounds will start thinking about making first downs. Of course, you want to score again, but the first thing would be to use up a lot of clock.
Yeah, 2:46 remaining here in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers for Batesville.
Come on, Buki.
Shotgun formation. Will the Hounds provide pressure? Treadway in the shotgun formation at the 22. Treadway option play right and played well by LeVar Wyatt on fourth down and 9, and the Hounds play it as well as you could play it.
Great job by LeVar Wyatt. It's a guy that didn't play a lot early, but he's come on the last few games and just played that perfectly. We had one guy take the quarterback, one guy take the pitch man, and great defense.
Oh, it's just big-time play, guys. I mean, that kid's out there by himself. He's got to make the play or, it turns into a possible +9. You guys got a chance for the first down. Big play, and the Greyhounds right now want to make 2 first downs and run out the rest of the time here in the third quarter, and then you'll set up for the fourth quarter. We've got a momentary timeout, maybe an equipment problem over there, but the Hounds get the football.
Yeah, Michael Snodgrass came up a little woozy, and Coach Herbert Lewis talking to him over there on the sidelines out of the picture. He's all right. He steps off. Snodgrass, a sophomore that's been outstanding here down the stretch.
He's played great. Led the team in tackles a couple of weeks ago. I guess maybe that was at Paragould and then as a starting role, and he just played extremely well for a sophomore.
19-7, the Hounds lead here in the third quarter. 2:44 remaining. First down and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Jerry Brown outside. Jerry Brown. I think that may be a face mask penalty against Batesville as Jerry gets up to the 23-yard line. And they'll tack on at least 5 there, we think. Face mask, Pioneers.
Bud and David Jerry's already 112 yards, over 100 for the second straight week. A great weapon.
Jerry Brown brought the speed game to the Newport offense.
Yeah, it's made a huge difference, you know. I mean, you can keep pounding it up inside against people, but sooner or later against better football teams, you know, you have to have an outside threat, and Jerry gives us a threat when he's running. And we're not running a lot of wide, you know, sweeping stuff on the toss we get out there, but David, he's running a lot of stuff up inside off tackle.
Yeah, it's not the tall sweeps. He's made all of his yardage not going outside, but cutting back inside, as you say, Bud. 2:25, clock moving, first down and 10 Hounds. About the 27. This is Jerry, same play we're talking about now. He's trying to bust it outside. Not a lot of running room there, but Jerry, the tough cookie that he is, with a short gain trying the left side.
Yeah, Jerry tries to get outside with his speed. Only about 2 on that play. Just want to keep the drive alive. 2 chances to get 8 yards. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Face mask, again, personal foul face mask. So this ought to be the 15-yarder, should it?
Yeah, I think so, and Dave, that'll give the Hounds great field position, move the ball out to about the 45-yard line, and now we start thinking about, we said use, 15-yarder here. Instead of using up the rest of the clock now you're in a position where you can go score.
Yeah, 2:15 to play. Hounds up to the 45, as Bud called it. Randy, that's big.
That's huge. I tell you what, a gargantuan maybe. Big play right there. Let's just take our time, drive down this field.
Humongous. Which is bigger, gargantuan or?
A gargantuan, I think, is biggest. Humongous is second.
Precarious.
I said that this morning on the breakfast brunch. Precarious. Look at Jerry Brown trying to find some room. Oh, another face mask again. Jerry Brown still on his feet, and that'll be another major, we believe.
That should be.
3 in a row.
Jerry Brown crosses the 50 to 47-yard line. And let's see if this is a major one or the 5-yarder. Boy, I mean, he really jerked his head. I think it's a 15. Let's see.
They look like the most serious one we've seen, it looked like to me.
And they didn't call the personal foul, so maybe it's only going to be a 5-yarder.
Still be a first down, though. Still will be a first down. That's the main thing.
Well, 3 straight, you know, and the 2 on this side were obvious. We couldn't see the one they just ran to the left side to play before, but both of these, boy, that time, I mean, they turned Jerry's head back around and headed it back toward Newport.
And they mark off 4 yards.
He was looking at Jamestown and Bethesda and suddenly got a good look at the White River.
1:54, clock moving, first down and 10 Hounds from the 42-yard line. Linnell straight ahead. That's a good play on first down for nearly 5, maybe 5.
Yeah, at least 5 on the play, a good strong 5. And, boy, I tell you what, if we can make 5 yards inside every time, I'll take that. 1:35 to go in the third quarter.
And I can't count. We'll give him 6.
Very similar to what happened to Batesville against Osceola. Their defense wore down a little in the third quarter. The Seminoles put 3 touchdowns together in a 5-minute span. And the Hounds are trying to put 2 together here in the third quarter, which would give them a big lead. It is, 19-7 right now. I can't see the scoreboard, guys.
Yeah, 1:15 to play here in the third quarter. Second down and 4 from the 36. Oh, Dale Case on an option left. We didn't get a lot there. Matter of fact, probably lose a half.
Absolutely nothing there. And, boy, if you can keep pounding inside, you know, we'd sure like to do that if you can get 4 or 5 at a play. We're down under 1 minute, 55 seconds.
Yeah, third down and 5. Third quarter action. Joseph McNeil, 24. One of the 2 ball boys, he along with Ben Black. Tall sweep left for maybe 1. And the Hounds will let the clock run out here to end the third quarter.
Now we're going to have a 4th and 4 from the 36-yard line. And, you know, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not coaching, but I think I'd punt the football here and try to get these guys back down inside the 20. You got a 2-touchdown lead. 4th and 4 is pretty tough to make. You might think about running the offside play, but, you know, don't know. But I'd kick it if I were coaching. I'm not a coach.
Well, the Hounds are going to have time to talk about it because that ends the third quarter of action.
James Morehart, New York Life, New York Life Insurance, Mainstay Funds, the Mainstay Fund. And let me tell you something, folks. Mainstay Capital Appreciation is higher right now as I speak than it was at the start of the year. I dare you to find a whole lot of funds and stocks that are higher right now than they were at the first of the year. But that's been a good one for Mainstay Funds. Investigated, it's called Capital Appreciation Fund from James Morehart and Mainstay Funds, James Morehart on McLean Street. Congratulations to the Newport Greyhounds on another outstanding season from the good folks at Merchants and Planters Bank. We offer you a choice of paper or plastic. The Merchants and Planters check card is a great alternative to writing checks, and it's accepted everywhere you see the Visa sign. Ask about our outstanding CDs, certificates of deposit, paying a nice rate of return at Merchants and Planters Bank, locations throughout Jackson, Woodruff, and Independence counties.
Randy and I discussing what the Hounds might do. We think the Hounds will go because we see the offense coming out into the field.
That's a good reason. Now we can say for sure we're probably going to go, or at least, run off sides.
We talked about several possibilities. Let's go. First play of the fourth quarter. If the Hounds snap the football, 4th down and a long 3. Jerry Brown hitting inside. I don't think he got that one.
He fumbled it anyway.
Fumbled the ball. Batesville has it.
I'll tell you what I don't like it, David. It's a momentum, They stop, he gets some momentum, punt the football.
Well, Randy and I both said go. First play of the fourth quarter was not a good one for the Hounds, but the Hounds still up by a couple of scores at 19-7. There's old Ben Black, number 9, at the top of your screen. So the Pioneers have it at their own 34-yard line. Come on, defense. Two wide receivers left. Somebody's got to come get that guy. Tailback. Breaking tackles. Still on his feet. Up to near the 50-yard line.
16-yard gain. I thought we had him wrapped up, but he's broke a couple of tackles. First down on the play.
Ball resting right on the 50-yard line. $11:40 to play here in the football game. Shotgun formation, 4 split receivers for the Pioneers. Treadway drops the snap, throws, got a man open, played well by EJ, can't make the tackle there. First down, Batesville to the 35-yard line.
15 yards, and again, a lot of time there. A bad snap, but he still had plenty of time. Didn't react well defensively.
Momentum, back-to-back 15-yard plays after they stop you on 4th down. It just gives the Batesville kids so much emotion, that they stopped you on 4th down, and you can see it.
That ball inside the 35-yard line. First down and 10 Pioneers. Trailing 19-7. Stretch play, penalty flag. Played well by Richard Greer. Running back gets to the 36-yard line. It's thrown by the referee. A legal shift by Batesville. We'll move it back from the 35 to the 40-yard line.
And we'll take that. Always like those negative plays. And boy, again, our secondary's just got to play some good football right here and react to this ball.
Hounds could elect to decline.
The wait for faster, better care is over. After all, ER Plus at Harris Hospital has wait times that are ranked below the national average. So your loved ones receive great care in the most timely manner possible. Next time you have an emergency, look to ER Plus for faster care and a lot more at Harris Hospital.
Folks, Fred Brown is in the football game on the defensive side. Hounds elect to take the penalty. Fred in where? At a linebacker or a defensive back? We'll see on the alignment. We have 10:45 remaining here in the football game. Hounds lead 19-7. Pioneers on the move. Yeah, Fred and Stacy Moore, the linebackers. 2 wideouts for the Pioneers. Eye back, Vernon Rucker. Welcome to the middle of the defensive line for the Newport Greyhounds.
Yeah, Vernon had a great game last week with about 10 tackles and a big play right there. Gonna bring up 3rd down and fairly long.
Yeah, to be 2nd down. Hounds took the penalty. Clock still moving, Randy. 10 minutes.
Yeah, every second counts right now. 10 minutes exactly.
13 yards to go.
Ball at the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 13. 2 wide receivers. 2 tight ends. 1 single running back. Pop pass to the tight end is complete for the 1st down for the Pioneers. Boy, great call by Coach Dave King. Hounds have a pop pass in their repertoire of plays. We haven't seen it tonight. 1st down and 10 at the 19.
Another big pass play for Batesville there. That's 4 completions in the second half, all of them for 15 or more yards, 9:38.
Yeah, ball at the 20, we'll call it. 9:33 remaining. In the ball game, stretch play, tailback, into the secondary, touchdown Pioneers. Carradine goes 20 yards.
20-yard run. They put everybody on the left side and just gave it to them, and dared Newport to stop them, and we couldn't. 19-13.
David, again, I want to repeat because it's a great key play in the ballgame. The Hounds' failure to make it on 4th down has turned the momentum back to the Pioneers here. And now, folks, we're going to have a fanatical finish to this one.
Yeah, 9:19 to play in the ballgame. 19-13 in favor of the Pioneers.
And I don't know if we punt the ball and punt them down to the 5-yard line. If it's any different, they might go 95 yards, but I think they played a lot more conservatively at their own 5.
Yeah, well, the Pioneers drive at 66. Extra point kick looks good. It is good. And it's 19-14, and we've got a battle.
We've got a battle. It's up to our offense right now. We have got to string some 1st downs now. If you go 3 and out, boy, this team's got all kinds of momentum. Very big drive.
Greyhounds must convert.
Yeah, now the touchdown gives them a lead, you know. The extra point, the botched extra points come into play now. Newport missed an extra point. They made it, but had a 10-men on the field penalty. Had to kick it again a little farther back, missed it. Had a man wide open in the end zone on a 2-point conversion after another touchdown. Underthrew the football. You got to make extra points, and it might be the difference in the game. And here come the Pioneers, all the momentum in the world. They stopped us on 4th down, and you thought they'd won the ball game, you know. And man, I'm telling you what, their fans are into it. Hounds need to take the momentum back, David, and making 2 or 3 1st downs isn't going to do it. You got to go score.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's not imperative that you score, but it does get you back up to the 2-score lead. Not plenty of time to go. 9:19. I think just so important from a momentum standpoint for the Hounds to do something positive here the next several plays.
Well, a quick Greyhound touchdown, you think, breaks the Pioneers back. It puts it back. They lose all this momentum and excitement and emotion if you quickly get it back to 2 touchdowns.
Well, Jerry Brown is deep for the Hounds. He and Fred Brown, LeVar Wyatt. And this will be LeVar at the 12. 20. And the Pioneers playing a very, very emotional football game now. Hold the Hounds to the 23.
Yeah, their fans are all in it now. 12-yard return by LeVar. A decent return right there. Again, just string some 1st downs. 9:15 to go in the game.
Hounds must put 1st downs together here. Positive yardage on each play. There's the Newport Greyhound offense. It's Bo Braun, Tyrone Watkins, Bo Miles, Nick Doyle. Right guard is Robert Turner, Josh Austin, the right tackle. Winners in the playoffs, the loser stays home. Split backs for the Greyhounds. Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown trying to run wide, fumbled the football. And I think the Pioneers have it. They do. And the Batesville Pioneers will have the football 1st down and 10 inside the 25-yard line.
Just what you couldn't do. We've talked about that all night. The key to the game was us not giving those key turnovers.
Yeah, big turnover there. 9:08 remaining in the game, and the Pioneers have a big break in the football game.
It's been all Batesville since the 4th down, and I'm going to keep coming back to that, folks, because I think it's the play of the football game. And Greyhounds have a kid down, shaken up. Hopefully nothing serious. Jerry had the ball and looked like was fixing to bust it, and all of a sudden just left the ball on the ground. And Batesville with the biggest break of the football game right here. Medallion Foods, Medallion Snack Foods. Great products sold all over the North American continent, made right here in Newport, Arkansas. Supporting the Greyhounds, Medallion Foods, your John Deere dealer is Greenway Equipment Company, Highway 367 north of Newport. 0% financing on select used John Deere combines for the next several months.
First down and 10 for the Pioneers with all the momentum in the world. Come on, defense. Tailback for a short gain. Buki Greer, along with 53, Ryan Armstrong, after a gain of 1, second down and 9.
Well, good job by Ryan right there. You know, big old 250-pound guy. He was flying through there to make that play. Very short gain of 1.
Yeah, folks, bottom line is that the ball game is not really riding on this drive, but boy, it could be. 2 split receivers coming into your screen right. Tailback. Good defense that time by the interior. Vernon Rucker, E.J. Giles. E.J. looks like he's hurt.
69, 16, and 30 on the play, and we're going to have a timeout for the injury there.
And you hear one of the Batesville Pioneers fans say, drag him off the field.
He's crawling into New Orleans. Send him home.
EJ still down. $8:15 to play. Saw EJ. He's got movement in his legs. That's good. That's a good sign.
Boy, David, a big 3rd down and 6, and it's definitely 4-down territory right now. And they've had so much success throwing the football, you know, a quarterback draw or something like that. That boy, you really need to put some pressure on that quarterback. Still working on EJ right there.
For those 13 and older, come join the fun.
19-14 is our score. We knew it would be an exciting football game, and it's turned into just that. Big turnover by the Hounds.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned now about EJ. They're still working with him and all the coaches around. And we'll just hold on right here. You see everything that we see.
Yeah, anytime you've got movement like that, I mean, that's a good sign, movement in your legs and your arms.
Remember that at the end of
You see our coaching staff there.
the White River Bowl trophy will be presented to the winning team.
Getting the Greyhounds to back up a little bit. Boy, EJ has played a super ball game, had a super year for the Newport Greyhounds. Our thoughts with him right now. You see the leg movement. They're working with something in the upper body.
And we can't add much commentary, David. I mean, because we're lost, you know, and they're just always right there. There's good. Sitting up. Real good sign.
Yeah, EJ a walk-off. They don't have to drag him off.
He wants to stay up there, but he can't do that.
You know, that guy go to church with him every now and then. He shows up at Newport. Third down and about 6 for the Pioneers. 8:08 remaining in the contest. Shotgun formation for the Pioneers. Will the Hounds apply any pressure?
Come on, look.
No. Treadway all day to throw across the middle. Touchdown. The Pioneers take the lead. Treadway to Rainey.
David, I still don't understand why the Hounds won't rush anybody, why they don't blitz, why the philosophy obviously here is to stand straight up by the defensive line and actually back up. I mean, Pioneers are not pushing him off the ball. But it has been all Batesville since the Hounds failed to make it on 4th down.
Yeah, you're right, bud. 7:47 to play. And the Pioneers take the lead 20-19.
David, Pioneers 5 out of 6 passing in the second half, all completions for 15 or more yards.
Pioneers to go for 2. And it's good. (21-19) in favor of the Pioneers.
And they're very excited here, and I don't blame them. I'll tell you what, unless Newport drives and rallies this game, this will be hashed over a long, long time. Newport in full control, ahead 19-7. And now Batesville with a near incredible 2-touchdown rally. Pretty disappointing right now, but you know what? Down through the last 25, 30 years, the Hounds have had some great drives when the ball game was on the line. And I can't think of a more important opportunity in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, the Hound offense is going to have to put points on the board now.
Yeah, we've had those great last-minute drives. I mean, look at a couple weeks ago at Paragould. You look at the 93 Watson Chapel, drive, the most memorable one we've ever had, probably. But we've got to pull it up and do that. This team has got to, got to not let down's the key.
Yeah, once again, you cannot have any mistakes because the way the Batesville offense is playing, you don't want to put the football back in their hands. Jerry Brown, Fred Brown, and LeVar Wyatt are deep for the Hounds. Who will get an opportunity this time? The Pioneers will kick deep. And it is Jerry Brown at the 15. Up to about the 23.
Return of about 8 there, and there's about 4 or 5 Batesville guys around to play. But again, 23-yard line, that's not too bad field position. Plenty of time, 7:43 to go in the game.
Payless inside the Newport Village Mall invites you to come by and look at their fine selection of furniture and appliances. They just recently got back from market. Beautiful new home furnishings that you can rent or buy or rent to own. It's Payless. They are inside the Newport Village Mall, and they've been there for years taking care of you, and they're there to stay.
First down and 10 Hounds from their own 23-yard line. 7:43, E.J. Giles back into the football game for the Hounds. Linnell for nothing. Maybe one.
Maybe he'll get one, and just to say nothing there, I mean, this team is fired up, and we need to pull something to break that fire, and maybe we got something up our sleeve here.
Yeah, they're generous to E.J. and give him a yard. 7:20 remaining in the football game. The Hounds trail 22-19. 13-year playoff appearance streak is on the line. Can the Newport Greyhounds drive this football? Dale Case to throw. Nick Doyle is wide open. Great pass. Too far for Nick. I thought it was a great pass. It was a little wide of the mark. Nick was wide open. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, great isolation. I mean, Nick's wide open and just a yard outside him, and 3rd down and 9. What can you say?
Yeah, 6:57. Clock stops. Things not going well for the Hounds here. Come on, Greyhounds, you got to convert here. Boy, Nick was wide open, and Ronnie just overthrew him. Now Jerry Brown's going to have to come out with an equipment problem. Lois Wharton will come in. He's seen very little, no action, I don't think, on the offensive side. Been on a few specialty teams. 3rd down and 9 from the 23-yard line. Across the middle, Linnell, 1st down, stay there. 1st down, Greyhounds. Dale Case threading the needle at the 35-yard line, and that, my friends, was a big play.
Yeah, that's the kind of play you got to have in the clutch. Looks like a gain of about 13. Going to mark it around the 36 probably, and 6:46.
You know, Hounds have to make a great drive here, David. The 2 plays that cause momentum to swing, and all coaches will tell you, first and foremost is a block punt. Second is stopping the other guy on 4th down. The 4th down stoppage has been a big momentum play. We have to regain it.
Yeah, the Hounds control their own destiny here. Pass almost picked off by Meadows, and he'd have gone the distance there.
Yeah, he'd have gone all the way, and similar play to what we had in the first half. Just has to be lofted in there perfectly, almost impossible to pass to complete there.
6:28 remaining here in the football game. 22-19 in favor of the Pioneers.
2nd and 10.
Like at Paragould 2 weeks ago, David, we may not get the ball back unless we, use up a lot of clock here, or we might not get it back at all.
Complete across the middle, 1st down, Greyhounds. Nick Doyle to the 49-yard line. There's no dying these Greyhounds.
Not going to quit, and that's got the Greyhound fans on their feet. That's what we got to have is some momentum. The Batesville fans quieting a little bit. Newport fans on their feet. Let's go.
A little more room for error than what we had at Paragould because we have more time to work with. But like you said there a moment ago, David, if the offense of Batesville gets the ball back, they've just been moving it up and down the field.
1st down and 10 from the 49. Hounds must execute. Positive yardage on each play. Toss sweep, Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown tackled after no gain. Could not find the corner.
One of our blockers was running pretty fast out there, about 5 yards downfield. I thought Jerry slipped out of the pile, but he hadn't. Gained of about a half a yard at most.
5:44 and the clock moving.
Hounds have moved the ball, throwing it here a couple of times. Might have to go back to it on 2nd, basically 10.
Boy, you think maybe a screen pass would work in a situation like this. Coach Tim Branham with the call. 25-second clock down to 10. And the Hounds call timeout.
I have to talk about that again. We want to have the right play in this situation. Big 2nd down and about 9.5 or practically 10. So 5:23 to go in the game. Big play.
Yeah, 2nd down. 5:23, 22-19, favor the Pioneers, bud.
Yeah, and they've come from behind, David. And quite honestly, they had to move the ball and score, but we have given them the opportunity with the fumble and the 4th down failure. So we played it right into their hands. Never give the guy momentum when you've got him down and got him whipped, and we certainly did that with, 2 things that didn't go our way. However, we're 52 yards away from gaining it all back, and anything can happen. George Kell Motor Company has GMC pickups. Just announced a new program for 36 months financing and only 1.9% that's on full-size GMC pickups. The pickup trucks have just been added to the low-interest program at Kell Motors. Stop in and see Payless inside the Newport Village Mall. Teresa and all the gang out there, I just mentioned them a moment ago, and remind you that they've got lots of great goodies. Come on, Hounds.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 from the 49-yard line. Dale Case to throw. A lot of time now. He run to Jerry Brown, complete. Jerry Brown breaks a tackle. Jerry Brown at the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 Greyhounds. Dale Case made that play.
Great play by Ronnie. He stayed in the pocket there, had a lot of time, but then he got in trouble. Just stayed patient there and found Jerry, and a great job by Jerry.
Well, we're hoping for something special here. We've seen the Hounds for many, many years do some wonderful, great things in the last 5 or 6 minutes of a football game. Time is at the point now, David, 40 yards to go, where you have to kind of be perfect from here on.
5:05. Is there any magic left in those Greyhound football helmets? Toss sweep right, Jerry Brown got a block from EJ. Jerry Brown wide, penalty flag. Jerry Brown gets the first down and another flag.
Are we offset or what?
We will see. Flags at the 38, flags at the 24. And we'll sort this mess out and see what is going to happen. We have 4:50 remaining in the game. The clock stops because the officials conferring here. You see one official saying, yes, sir, yes, sir. Coach Kenny Black says everything's okay here. Holding against the Greyhounds, face mask, personal foul, offsetting. We'll do it again. Yeah, you expect on the road late in the game to get the old holding call. We hadn't seen one all night.
Yeah, it's I guess the first one of the night, and I've seen a couple that weren't called, but whatever. I mean, we've got a first down and 10, so we're still all right.
Yeah, the great thing about that one is to get the face mask penalty at the end. If not, well, the Hounds have to go back into Batesville territory. Yes, first down and 20. 4:50 remaining in the game. The Hounds trail 22-19.
Another old boring football game. It doesn't mean much.
I am not ready for it to end. You never are. These kids will win the football game. Come on, Greyhounds. Jerry Brown across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Pickup of at least 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, nice football play there, 4.5, plenty of time. In fact, if we're going to score, I'd like to run some more down, to be honest with you, but the main thing is you got to score.
Drive start at the Newport 23.
Yeah, as the clock runs, though, you realize this may be your last chance. If you had more than 5 minutes left, the other guys could get it, and you might get it back.
Toss sweep right, Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown trying to get to the outside. First down, Brown. At the 25-yard line for the Newport Greyhounds in Batesville territory.
What a football game. What a football game. 4:06 to go in the game, and my gosh.
Batesville leads by 3, 22-19, 4 minutes and change. They start the clock. Hounds trying to make a great drive here and pull it out on the road.
Ball at the 25-yard line, under 4 minutes now, 3:55. Lamar splits out of your screen left. Dale Case to Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown fighting for yards, breaking a tackle at the 20. Down to the 19-yard line goes Jerry Brown.
Great running, tough running by Jerry right there. Not a whole lot of room, just kept spinning and spinning. Looks like a gain of probably about 7.
7. Second down and 3 with 3.5 minutes to play in this football game.
Jerry dropped the football, fumbled it earlier, led to the Batesville go-ahead touchdown. David, he's trying to atone for it here, running very, very hard.
Second down and 3 from the 19. Jerry Brown, first down, still on his feet, still fighting for yards. To the 13 and now maybe the 12-yard line. It'll be marked somewhere in between the 12 and the 13. First down at 10, Newport Greyhound.
Well, normally you'd think we'd give it to the fullback, but David, we've just lined up and having the fullback and everybody block and giving it to the tailback, Jerry Brown.
We have 3:09 remaining, clock moving, Hounds with a timeout left. And now the Pioneers want one of their remaining 2.
Yeah, really surprised to see them call one right here. You know, you think they'd like to save all they could, but both teams are down to one timeout, 3:07 to go.
Look at Coach Tim Branham in the huddle right there. He's going to get us in the end zone.
Well, if he's going to block somebody, you better put on a uniform.
Tim's had a great offensive game plan for the night, he and Richie Mathis. The White River Bowl, the first White River Bowl, is that what they call it? The trophy? Hounds and Pioneers are playing for?
Yeah, 6 foot tall, I think. People were concerned about getting that thing back home if we won because it's so tall. I'll guarantee you one thing, I'd carry that thing back if we win this football game.
I've got room in my vehicle.
David, if the Hounds punch it in, again, it comes back down to how important extra points are. It would give them a 3-point lead. The extra point become awfully critical because, you know, a field goal could tie it and send it to overtime. First things first, no mistakes. Use up some more clock, like Randy said. Just get you 3 and 4 yards at a time and take another 4 plays or whatever it's going to take to get you in the end zone.
We have 3:07 to play in the contest. Hounds first down and 10 from the 12. This is Linnell holding on to the football inside the 5-yard line. Forward progress. They say stopped just short of the 5.
About 6 yards on the play. That's just ideal. Second down and about 4. The clock is now down to 2:45.
Ball at the 6. Second down and 4.
Down, Ronnie.
2:35. Bo Ellis, touchdown Greyhounds. The Newport Greyhounds go 77 yards.
A vintage drive, but I wish that clock had about 2 minutes less on it, but I'm just tickled to death to have to leave. 25-22, 2:28 to go in the game.
Huge extra point, and we just talked about, David, the difference in Batesville being able to stay in the game with a field goal or having to score a touchdown here in the last 2.5 minutes. This is huge.
Look at the Newport Greyhound fans. Hounds go 77 yards and take a 25-22 lead.
And I sure hope we change our defensive philosophy here on this last drive.
High.
Get through there, yeah.
Great hold by Spearman. Great kick by Ellis. And the Hounds go up by 4, and the Pioneers will have to get a touch to win.
Well, I don't know how much more of this I can stand, David. What a great, great drive when, you know, you thought the emotion was gone. I mean, everybody seemed down, but they stuck it together. Great job by the offensive line holding on to that football. You know, everybody protected the ball well. Just a great drive.
Now let's kick it out of bounds or do something to get them to start somewhere back from the 40-yard line. They started around the 35 to 40 every time. I'd take the 35.
Our field position been at their own 34, their own 38, the Newport 30, their own 38, their own 28, their own 40, their own 19. So, yes, they've had great field position tonight.
George Rogers and Company at Two-Way Radio, Rogers Communication. Communication needs, internet service, CenturyTel phone service, two-way radios. See George Rogers and crew. Free phones with CenturyTel activation. The manager special right now at Two-Way Radio. The Jackson Funeral Homes of Newport, Newark, and Harrisburg, proud to be a sponsor of Greyhound football on Cable 15. Our family serving your family, and a special salute to all the veterans, the spouses, and families of area veterans from the Jackson Funeral Homes. Our family serving your family. U.S. Pizza Company, Highway 367 North. Wonderful pizza, salads, lasagnas, sandwiches, cold drinks. Jackie, Jack, Virginia, Austin, all the crew out at Vittles also. Come on, Hounds.
Well, the Hounds kick it deep. It's a short kick, still loose. Anybody's football there. And Batesville will start about the 31-yard line.
That's all right. That's probably their worst field position off of a kickoff tonight, so that's all right. Wish we could have got the fumble there, but they got to go 69 yards.
Stop them one time and football game's over, folks, and the Hounds will go to the playoffs in what has been a momentum swinging game, left, right, back and forth all night long, especially here in the second half. What's the score? I forgot.
26-22.
No pressure.
You know that the Pioneers will be throwing the football. Treadway throws complete. Short of the first down. Clock will continue to run. Come on, defense, get set. Don't get lost in the shuffle and miss a receiver. 2:10 and the clock moving. Second down and about 4 for the Pioneers. Played well by the Hounds if they can tackle there, and a swarming Hound defense smothers the receiver. Clock continues to move with 1:45 to play. Third down coming up.
Midway's pass to Brown is complete. Third down.
Hounds must guard number 3. Here comes Lamar. Third down and 6. Will the Hounds apply pressure? Can we get there? Great job of blocking by the offensive line for the Pioneers. Throw to number 3, and he falls and slips short of the first down. And it'll be fourth down and about 4 with 1:10 to play in the football game, and Batesville will elect to call its last timeout. This is gut-wrenching. Whew. 1:11 to play in the game. The Hounds clinging to a 4-point lead, 26-22. They led 19-7 going into the fourth quarter. Batesville drove it 66 yards for a score, scored with 9:19 to go in the game. And then the Hounds turn it over at their own 24-yard line, and then Batesville scores another minute and a half later, 7:47. Then the Hounds drive it 77 yards for a touch.
Well, we've got a great bunch of sponsors here, and I know you really don't want to hear about them right now, but Newport Federal, Saturday Banking, Lakeside Chevrolet Buick, pays to have them on your side. $18 oil change, 1.9% financing on full-size Chevy pickup trucks. They're going out of business at Simply Southern Manufactured Homes. They're liquidating. They got a great double-wide, 1,600 square feet, air conditioning, underpinning, all the features for less than $47,000. Financing is available. You'll not find a better deal on a Champion home or any manufactured home anywhere than during the liquidation we quit sale at Simply Southern Manufactured Homes in Newport. 4th and 4.
Yeah, old Calvin Wren's going to get him a sack right here. Watch number 10. He's lined up at middle linebacker. Ball game writing on this play, obviously. 4th down, Treadway. Going to run an option play. Fourth down and 4, and the penalty flag is against whom? Dead ball, illegal procedure against the Pioneers. Make it 4th and 9.
Changes the play selection here, David. I don't think they can afford to run an option play on 4th and 9.
4th and 9 from the 32.
Calvin still in the game. Calvin Wren.
How about across the middle there?
Yeah, he's in there. Number 10. I'm calling the big sack here by Calvin Wren. 4th down and 9. 1:10 to play. Batesville must get it to the 41.5-yard line, near the 42. Treadway to throw across the middle. It is complete for a first down. Clock will stop until the chains move. Batesville quickly onto the ball.
We have an official's timeout.
Hounds have a player down. And the coaches don't know it. Now Herbert Lewis notices that. Still in Batesville territory at the 47-yard line, Randy. That's Jerry Brown who's down.
Yeah, Jerry Brown down on the play. He's had a battling night. Boy, he's been down a couple of times tonight. He's probably just wore out, maybe a cramp or something like that, and Coach Lewis is working on him. 1:03 to go. The scoreboard shows one timeout for Batesville, but that just can't be right.
And we're thinking maybe they're out. 26-22. The winner goes to the playoffs. The loser is out. Osceola and Wynn played on Friday night. The winner of that ball game will be the number 1 seed. The loser, number 2. Nettleton is in and will be either the 3 seed or the 4 seed, depending on what happens here. If Newport wins, Newport goes as number 3. Nettleton is number 4. If Batesville wins, Nettleton goes as 3 and Batesville 4.
Well, folks, you know, we've described about all we can do. Jerry with the cramp again. He'll be all right. And here we go. If the Pioneers score a touchdown on this possession, they beat Newport for the 2nd consecutive year. Field goal won't do them any good. If Newport holds them out of the end zone, the Hounds win and go to the playoffs.
1:02, clock moving. Treadway to throw, going deep, throws up in the air, and it is tipped and incomplete. Great job of coverage by Lamar Esslinger.
46 seconds to go. I thought Lamar might get the pick there, but quite a bit of clock ran there, more than I thought.
Number 21, Lamar Esslinger.
46 remaining.
They finally adjusted Batesville's timeout situation. They've got that straight. They do not have any timeouts. If you can just keep them in bounds, short of a first down, that's massive.
I don't think it's going to come down to clock. I think it'll come down to downs.
Second down and 10. Shotgun formation.
6 deep receivers.
Buki is held and no call. Pass across the middle. Kid trying to get out of bounds. Does so. Only 6 seconds runs off the clock there. And that is a first down, Pioneers.
40 seconds to go in the game. Batesville has the ball at the Newport 42-yard line. Not much we can say anymore. Just watch this game.
Boy, Treadway's look like Bart Starr here in the second half.
He has played well. How about an Oski here, Greyhounds? Double wide receivers to the top of your screen, the single wide receiver to the bottom. Treadway to throw. It is complete, short of a first down. The clock will continue to run. 30 seconds to go, 29, 28.
About 8 yards.
Second down and 2. 22, 20, 19. Treadway to throw. It is tipped and almost intercepted. Incomplete. Vernon Rucker thought he had it, but the clock stops with 11 seconds to go. Vernon Rucker was begging for the Oski.
Closest thing we've had to a pass rush all night.
Number 69.
Clock stops with 11 seconds to go. Third down and 2. Ball at the 35-yard line in Newport. What a football game.
Unbelievable, David. It's almost to the point where they've got to go to the end zone. If we can just keep them short of a first down here, the game's over. They will not get another play if the clock keeps running.
Yeah, that is correct. And even with a first down, the clock starts once the ball is set. Hounds need to get in big, deep prevent. 3 receivers over here. Do we have 3? Yes, we do. Plus a free safety. Treadway to throw deep. He just throws it up in the air. People everywhere. Complete by the Pioneers at the incomplete now. Incomplete with 4 seconds to go. I thought they caught him. Incomplete. 4 seconds to go in the game. We're down to the last play. They'll have to throw to the end zone.
Well, David, I said it'd come down to downs, not time. It's coming down to both. Fourth down.
Yeah, fourth down, last play. Randy Klepeszka's out of the booth.
I'm too nervous to talk anymore. The big, this is it. You just got to play prevent, knock the ball down.
And not get a pass interference call, which is an automatic first down and another play.
Greyhounds call timeout. Whew. Why am I shaking?
Oh, it's just another day at the office, guys, just another football game. Sure it is.
David, whatever happens here, hats off to the coaching staff and everybody for this season. I mean, after the first quarter of the Jonesboro game, the Searcy game, we were worried about what might happen. This team has come together. The coaching staff has done a great job. Great season. Ronnie Delcase, what a job at quarterback. And you just go on and on down the list. I want to go on, and I think we will. But, boy, I tell you what, hats off to everybody.
Can you put 11 guys deep? Is that legal? Well, put them back there.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't rush a couple. You got to give them a little pressure. Put 9 deep. It's going to be one of those days.
Now, you don't have to have any pressure because sooner or later he's got to throw it.
That's true. Yeah, he's not going to run it, I don't think.
Yeah, and, boy, they've got a receiver that can go up. They got one of those receivers that can make miraculous catches. So just got to get that ball knocked down.
Wouldn't it be ironic to end it on a sack, though? We've been needing one for so long in the whole ball game.
Hounds will rush 3, maybe 4.
Some sideline is going to be thrilled and bouncing around like Mexican jumping beans, and somebody's going to be gutted.
4 seconds, back up Greyhounds.
Big Ben.
Here comes Treadway to throw. It is up, and it is complete short at the 1-yard line, and that is the ball game. Batesville completes the pass at the 1-yard line on the last play of the ball game, and the Hounds win it 26-22. The Pioneers come up a yard short. Unbelievable. Great try by the Pioneers. They completed the pass. What a ball game.
Hey, we've seen some great games, and we've broadcast these things for 105 years, it seems like. I don't know if I've seen one that was any more strange or more involved or crazy things happen than we saw here tonight. This was an incredible football game.
Batesville gets the pass on the 1-yard line and had it. I mean, really, he could have scored. Holy smokes.
But he didn't, and what relief. I've been nervous since 12 o'clock today. Finally some relief. What a huge, huge victory. Greyhounds will go to Arkadelphia next week. Everybody go down there and watch this team. This team has a chance to make some noise in the playoffs.
Give the Pioneers credit. They were down 19-7 in the fourth quarter. They made things happen. An incredible, incredible football game.
Yeah, y'all have known me for 50 years. I'm speechless.
They're going to bring out the White River Trophy. See, I go to church with these guys right here every now and then. They show up at Newport, and this is the one that's telling them to drag them off the field. We'll win this year with class the way we lost last year with class.
The winner of the first annual
Appreciate you
presented by the Edward Jones and
Hounds win it 26-22.
Talking about dragging kids off the field. Show some class next time, buddy.
Hounds winning. It's an exciting time.
Kids out there hurt, and you're hollering, drag him off
Kid
the
wasn't
field.
hurt. He's had a shake. He had a cramp.
Oh.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
We heard about you guys.
Yeah, you
Stop
look
the
like
game
you need a
10
break,
times.
buddy.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How'd they win that?
Listen to the comments you made.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, fella.
L1, good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, Batesville's got a class act, and you're not.
And let me tell you what, look at the celebration going on in the field right now. Yeah, the only thing we got upset about is just they're telling to drag our kids off the field. And
Yeah, we put up with one jerk instead of 400, so we're all right.
Yeah, you're all right.
Hounds win it 26-22. See
Get out of here, man.
you in church, man.
It's my stadium.
Your stadium.
Yours.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry if you would, just go on.
It's your stadium.
Hey, bud, hold it down. Galen, let's Hounds win it by the score 26-22. Bud, let's hold it down here.
Give me a break. Newport got lucky and they won.
Boy, just,
I thought they won the sportsmanship award last year.
well, that's what they said. Hounds win the trophy. Go on, buddy. We don't need none of your stuff. Go on. Go on and leave us alone. Here.
Go on home, son.
Move, bud. Move.
Hey, don't. Look at the scoreboard, Hoss.
I will.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that, Hoss.
Boy, this is ridiculous. Boy, just, I don't know.
I don't know. They ruin the whole school's, reputation when they do something like that. They won the sportsmanship award last year, and then this guy's acting like that. I don't know.
Well, anyway, the Hounds win at 26-22. We're on the road again to, yeah, we're trying.
I want to hug them. I want to kiss them.
You know,
There's always one jerk.
we lose the football game last year and stood up and applauded the Batesville Pioneers.
Batesville paper. We can prove it.
Unbelievable that we get treated like that up here. Hounds win at 26-22. We're glad they did. Let's get out of here. Let's go home. It's be Newport and Arkadelphia next week.
Let me commend 99.99% of the Batesville Pioneer fans who are class.
And, yeah. I go to church with that guy every now and then. He shows up at Newport.
You need to change churches.
Hounds win it for Galen Farmer. For Randy Klepeska, for Bud Black, I'm David Black. So long for now.